Welcome, everybody. Hell yeah, this is where you want to be. The greatest show on earth. Welcome to Progressive Talk Live with Dusty Smith. Prog Talk! The show where we take a look at the viral stories on social media this week from a progressive lens and how the fuck is everybody's doing. We got new graphics. Hell yeah, I've been working on this new operating system. It's Streamlabs OBS now. We're moving on up to the east side. So is everybody doing cool tonight? Hope you're doing well. I want to remind you guys, if you're watching this on repeat, to immediately go to my new channel, Progressive Talk Live. It's I don't have the ability to name the channel yet. You have to have the channel for 30 days first. But there's a link to it in the description of the video. So please click that immediately and go subscribe to the new channel, because if you like this podcast, it's not going to be on this channel forever. I'm moving it to a different channel. So if you like it, if you love it, if you want to see more of it, go to that channel right now and subscribe, ring the bell, and start watching the show on that channel, because I had to build up 4,000 hours of watch time on that channel before I get monetized, and I can't actually move the channel over there until I get monetized. So help me out with that, folks. Much appreciated. Got a great show for you guys tonight. I don't know how many people are tuning in, because I did a show yesterday for 3 hours. Might be too much, Dusty, but so much has fucking happened over the last 24 hours, and I didn't cover like 2/3 of the stuff I had to cover yesterday, so I still got tons of shit to cover from yesterday. And then I have all this new stuff to cover. So we'll see. I might have to do another show tomorrow just to get it all in. We'll see if people are that interested in watching that much of me. We'll see what the fuck happens. I don't know. But what you guys think of the new graphics? Let's see. Watch this shit. And move it over to just chatting. Boom! Got all your chats up there. Hell yeah. I missed the last one. Well, you missed a good show. I screamed a lot. I was angry, Dusty. And guys, let's not make Dusty yell anymore. It's a stressful situation for all of us. Let's be in this together. Here's the thing, man. I put limiters on this thing, so it should be much less loud when I scream now. It shouldn't blow your speakers out so much. It should be louder, of course, because I'm screaming, but it should be much less loud than it was. So hopefully that will improve the situations. Good evening, people. Good evening to you. How is everybody doing tonight? Are you all doing good? I hope so. Let me scroll down here. Scroll down. It's already scrolled down. You guys are going to start saying shit. So, I don't know. Is it not updating or something? Looks like it's not up. I don't know if you guys are just not talking or it's not updating or what the fuck's happening here. But whatever. We're just going to continue on the show like it's perfect. And I even got one of these things for the Super Chats. Super Chats, lifeblood of the show. Super Chats. We got one Super Chat already from Ann Aspatch. Dusty on 2 days in a row. Hell yeah. You know me. I'm about the work. I'm all about hard work. Yeah, not really. You know, one thing about me is that I'm not about the hard work, but trying to be better about it. Definitely trying to be better about it. And I don't know why the chat is not updating. Oh, there it goes. Boom. Hi. Let's go back to the chat. So, just chatting. See what you guys have to say. What you think about the new graphics? Why am I so dark? I got so many fucking lights on me, and yet I'm still so fucking dark. God damn it, OBS. Light my shit up, dude. I got fucking 30 lights all the goddamn around me. It looks like I'm fucking in the fucking shadows. Ridiculous. Angering me. And it's not as good as Prog. It's not on Prog Talk yet? What do you mean it's not on Prog? Oh, no, it's not streaming to Prog Talk yet. I just told you guys that it's not going to stream over there until I get enough time and subscribers and hours to monetize it. I'm going to keep it on this channel probably another month or two until enough you know that it's going to be over there, and then I'm going to move it over. But it's going to be over there when the stream is over. I'm going to upload the repeat version over there. So if you're watching not live, go watch it over there instead of on my Cult of Dusty channel. So cool. Why are new gimmicks so loud? I don't know what you mean. Why are new gimmicks so loud? I don't get it. Ben Porter is not on. Nope, I already read that. You can watch it later on Prog Talk. Yes, you can. Actually, the lighting makes you look really. I know. That's what I'm saying. What the fuck? Why is the lighting like this? I don't know. I'll have to fix it in post. Fuck it. I'll work it out later. It's all good. What's up, Anita Woo? How you doing? How's everybody doing tonight? Do we like the new graphics? All right, so we got a lot to cover tonight. As always, though, first we're going to talk about my Patreon. E-bag. Everybody mad at me for my opinion about Joe Biden. So I'm losing patrons. Like, I have the most, in my opinion, a mature, nuanced view on the whole thing. But I feel like I don't fucking belong anywhere anymore, folks. Like, I got away from the anti-SJW crowd, the fucking reactionary chuds and the anti-SJW crowd. And so I started building up, sort of, after a long time, a new kind of left-leaning fan base. And now this new fucking left has gone goddamn crazy. Conspiratorial nuts, okay? Over this Bernie Joe Biden thing. It's like if Bernie doesn't get the nomination, they're going to take their ball and go home. And if you think Joe Biden is a better candidate than Trump, if you don't want to see 4 more years of Trump fucking over the lower classes, then they're like, fuck you, dude. It's not me, us, unless Bernie doesn't win. And then fuck whatever has to happen. Fuck all the people that are going to be hurt by us not making sure Trump doesn't win. And so people are mad at me about that. And fucking pulling their subscriptions from me. Like, what the fuck? But anyway, that's what happens when you're honest about shit, folks. That's what happens when you're not wrapped up in these fucking cliques. And the cliques have decided, that they're going to let Trump win. This new left, they're going to fucking let Trump win again. They're like, we don't care. We don't care if Trump has to hurt people for 4 more years. We have to hurt you now so that we can hurt less people later. Somehow magically that's going to fucking happen. Anyway, long story short, if you want to support the show, patreon.com/codcast is the new channel name. I need to pull it up so you guys can actually see it. Oh, there we go. There we go. That is it. Patreon.com/codcast. $1 or $2 a month, whatever you guys can afford. 5, 10 is even better, but like every little bit helps. Please help me build this up so I can continue doing the show at least twice a week. I might do 3 or 4 shows this week. We'll see what happens. But, you know, I need you guys' support because I don't make any money off the ads. And it's the only way I make money. So I hate to e-beg, but I have to do it. And, of course, Super Chats. Lifeblood of the show, Super Chats. No questions dodged. Every question answered. We don't have any more Super Chats right now. But this is where it'll appear when you guys Super Chat me. And it's a great way to support the show immediately. I read all the questions, all the comments. And so you can say whatever you want to. Immortalize yourself forever through the Super Chats. And your Super Chats will appear also at the top of the screen. So that's cool as fuck for all of you. And also, at the bottom here now, I have all these icons for all my social media presences. Twitch TV, Dusty Smith. If you're not following me on Twitch, be sure to do so. Cult of Dusty 1. Cult of Dusty 1, Cult of Dusty 1. Go fucking follow me on Twitter, folks. I don't understand why my Twitter's not blowing up more. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Just people keep unsubscribing me on Twitter. It's just stupid. So be sure to support me on Twitter, Facebook. I don't really give a shit about, but if you do Facebook, I'm on there too. And YouTube, of course, Cult of Dusty. I'll probably change that to Prog Talk once I get the channel name changed. But for now, that's where that shit goes. So let's see what you guys got to say. Just chat. I love all my new graphics. Hell yeah, what we got to say here. Cult of Dusty, you're literally voter shaming. Good. You should be fucking ashamed. If you do not support the more progressive candidate and you allow people to get hurt, shame on you. We're going to go through Joe Biden's policies. I'm going to show you how much better his policies are than Trump. I'm going to show you that if you don't support the more progressive candidate, you're not actually really progressive. You're not. You can claim that you're so progressive that you won't fucking support Biden for some reason, but his policies are so much more progressive in every goddamn way than Trump's is. He is a better candidate in every fucking way. So yes, if you don't support him, if you don't, you should be ashamed of yourself because people are going to get hurt by it. It may not be you. If it's not you, then it's privileged as fuck of you to do it. It's privileged of you to say, I'm not going to support the better candidate. I'm going to take my ball and go home like a goddamn child because I didn't get every fucking little bitty thing I wanted. Just stupid as fuck, and it's boring too. Because we've been talking about this shit for 5 years. It's exactly the goddamn same shit you guys did for Hillary. And we had to suffer through now 4 years of Trump. Fucking economy's collapsing. People are dying because we have a goddamn imbecile in fucking office who doesn't have anybody's fucking confidence, who did not handle the pandemic crisis correctly, who fucking literally shut down the office that was supposed to take care of the goddamn pandemic crisis. This is what we had to deal with because you motherfuckers wouldn't vote for a better candidate because of your morality or whatever the fuck it is, whatever you've convinced yourself of, whatever dumb ass shit you convince yourself of. Stop it. Snap the fuck out of it, children. It's time to wake the fuck up, put on your big boy pants and do the fucking right thing. Seriously, I'm getting mad again. I don't give a shit if you guys fucking pull your patrons from me or not. I can't fucking sit here and pretend like I believe something I don't fucking believe. I'm gonna tell you the goddamn truth. If I go fucking broke, if I have to go get a goddamn job at Walmart, I'm not gonna sit here and fucking lie about what I believe to you guys. I'm gonna fucking tell you the goddamn truth right to your fucking face, and you either deal with it or you goddamn don't. So anyway, sure, but he's gonna lose anyway. I mean, how the fuck do you know? Like seriously, the goddamn economy's fucking collapsing, right? It lost 3,000 points yesterday. The biggest loss in the history of the fucking stock market by number, right? If the economy keeps collapsing, Joe Biden will waltz into the goddamn White House. Why are you guys being so fucking negative about everything? Be positive. Shit, dudes. And if he loses, at least we'll go down fighting, right? At least we won't lay down like little fucking turds and let somebody step all over us and fucking give us another 4 years of bullshit that hurt the goddamn poor. Right? Not me, us, right? Where the fuck did that shit go? It's like you people are so full of shit. It's frustrating. It's ridiculous. Anyway, vote to get out of cages. We're going to go through it. Dusty going full boomer today. Yep, I know I'm a boomer. Boomer. That's so fresh material. So fresh. It's just ageism bullshit, right? I know boomers and ageism mindset. It's just ridiculous, guys. You have nothing else to say but the same old talking points. These same old fucking buzzwords that you hear on the internet. And you don't actually have an argument to rebut my criticism with. So you have to come up with these insults to try to put me down and shut me up. But it's not going to work, man. I don't give a fuck if you call me a boomer. I'm boomer as fuck. Somebody's got to stand up and tell you fucking children the goddamn truth. Seriously, it's getting fucking ridiculous. All right, let's see what we have here. We're going to start the show. Got to get off that. Go back to live scene. Oh, I was going to show you guys this too. Also, I have this sounding board that has all these like pre-built-in sounds and animations I can use. Like if I say something conspiratorial, I can go, oh shit, Dusty's got toys now. And if like I'm being boring and shit, no one's watching Tumbleweeds, no one's watching Dusty. Dusty sucks ass. And if you guys are being whiny little piss babies over Joe Biden, I can go, yeah, whiny assholes. And but I added one. You can add your own special shit. I've only added one so far, but I'm gonna add more. But this is the one I added so far. Beta, yeah. So that's never ever gonna get old. That's gonna be amazing forever and ever and ever. Come on, that didn't work. There we go. Boom. A little bit late there. Fucko. All right, let's go ahead and start the fucking show. Oh my fucking god. Trump is the dumbest motherfucker on the planet and just such a liar. Like, it's the sad part. I had a conversation with my aunt the other day, and she was talking about how she loves Trump because he is the most honest president in history. It's just a fucking cult. These people are so stupid, even my own family. But anyway, this is the only ad Biden really should run. This is the only thing he really needs to say to just show what a fucking opportunist, liar, doesn't take responsibility, will try to back his way out of lie his way out of everything. Look at this stupid bullshit.
We have it totally under control. It's one person coming in from China.
We think we have it very well under control.
We pretty much shut it down. Coming in from China. You know, in April, supposedly it dies with the hotter weather.
When it gets warm, historically, that has been able to kill the virus.
People are getting better. They're all getting better.
And the 15 within a couple of days is going to be down to close to zero. It's going to disappear. One day, it's like a miracle. It will disappear.
And you'll be fine.
They're going to have vaccines, I think, relatively soon. Not only the vaccines, but the therapies. Therapies is sort of another word for cure.
We're talking about very small numbers in the United States.
Our numbers are lower than just about anybody. It's really working out. And a lot of good things are going to happen.
And we are responding with great speed and professionalism.
It's going to go away. Yeah, no, I don't take responsibility at all. We're going to all be great. We're going to be so good. This came up, it came up so suddenly.
This is a pandemic. I felt it was a pandemic long before it was called a pandemic. All you had to do is look at other countries.
The coronavirus, you know that, right? Coronavirus. And this is their new hoax. We're 15 people in this massive country. And because of the fact that we went early. We could have had a lot more than that. We're doing great. Our country is doing so great.
So great. 3,000 point stock market loss. And he's like, I always knew it was a pandemic, even though I repeatedly said it wasn't and downplayed it every chance I get and called it the concern over it a hoax. Yeah, I've always just so stupid, folks, that this is the goddamn person who's leading us. I say it every time, but you know, what else the fuck are you going to say, right? Oops, I didn't even click that yet. We are live. Come join us, motherfuckers. Let's see what we got here. So, anyway. You know, Trump said that he had no idea. He had no idea that he closed the pandemic office. You know, the organization that was in charge of stopping and helping prevent as much as possible the pandemic. No clue whatsoever, except they found video, of course, of him saying that he knew. He knew all about it. Listen to this stupid fucking excuse he gave. This is before when he was like almost bragging about it. No, fuck off. That's another stupid shit.
have consistently called for enormous cuts to the CDC, the NIH, and the WHO. You've talked a lot today about how these professionals are excellent, how they're critical and necessary. Does this experience at all give you pause about those?
No, because we can get money and we can increase staff. We know all the people. We know all the good people. It was a question I asked the doctors before. Some of the people we cut, they haven't been used for many, many years. And if we ever need them, we can get them very quickly. And rather than spending the money, and I'm a business person, I don't like having thousands of people around when you don't need them. When we need them, we can get them back very quickly. For instance, we're bringing some people in tomorrow that are already in this, great government that we have.
So he knew when he said, I had no idea. Maybe it was somebody else in my administration. You say that happened, but I don't know if... Yeah, he knew. He admitted he knew. And his excuse is so fucking stupid. It's basically like saying, hey, why do we have all these cops sitting around? Let's just wait till somebody commits a crime first, and then we'll go out and hire the cops to come and, deal with the situation. It just... Incompetence at the highest order, and that's why the stock market dropped 3,000 points yesterday. It did go up another 1,000 points today, which normally would be good, but since it went down 3,000 points yesterday, it's still hugely down. And that's after they already put over $2 trillion into it. They're already doing all the emergency measures. They've cut the rates for loans to 0%. Which really only helps those, who can get loans. Doesn't really help the poor people very much, but anything to help the rich. Typical Republican bullshit. It always happens. It always fucking happens. When Republicans take over, the economy always collapses, always dips, always goes into recession. It's just trickle down economics simply does not work. It's a bullshit concept. It's been proven over and over again, but like conservatives don't really give a shit. It's like they say they care about the budget, the deficit. They don't really give a shit about that. How many, Trump has already pumped like $4 trillion into the economy. Like when they had the tax breaks for billionaires, the $1.5 trillion he put on the credit card to boost up the economy. That's all evaporated now. Every bit of it just fucking gone. Stock market has lost all that wealth already. So it's just, par for the course. But look, this is the guy we elected. Just listen how fucking stupid he is.
It seems to me that if we do a really good job, we'll not only hold the death down to a level that is much lower than the other way, had we not done a good job. But people are talking about July, August, something like that. So it could be right in that period of time.
Yeah, if we do a good job, it'll be better than if we didn't do a good job. And if we go left, we will be further left than right. If we jump and we don't ever come down, then we'll be up instead of down. I mean, it's just stupid. Just complete fucking nonsense from a moron who has no idea what the fuck he's ever talking about. Yet he has a cult of people that follow him like he's a god. Welcome to America. And so anyway, this is what happened with the tax cuts. Trump gave companies huge tax cuts. And they took that money and bought back their own stocks, artificially driving up their stock prices. Now all that cash is gone, and the companies are left with deflated stock prices and no liquidity. And of course, Trump will bail them out. More money for the rich. Gave them all that fucking money. It's all gone. Let's give them more. Socialism for the rich. They privatize the profits and they socialize the losses. That's the Republican playbook in a nutshell. And I agree with AOC. 96% of airline profits over the last decade went to buying up their own stocks to juice the price, not raising wages or other investments. If there is so much as a dime of corporate bailout money in the next relief package, it should include a reinstated ban on stock buybacks. Absolutely. We should own these fucking companies. If we have to bail these motherfucking companies out, we should own them. I'll talk more about that in a second. Even the casinos now are asking for Congress to bail them out. Big middle finger to fucking you. That is one industry we do not goddamn need. If a casino cannot make it without going bankrupt, I don't care what the fuck happens to the casino, just shut the shit down. We do not need casinos. And hell no, the taxpayers do not need to bail out casinos. Trump will probably do it, though, knowing Trump. And I agree with Jackie Buzz. Can I ask a real question? Why is it that individuals are expected to save 3 months' expenses, an emergency fund to survive loss of income, but giant businesses can't seem to survive this without billions from the government? Yeah, it's a different set of rules for us. Bail them out when they get in trouble. Are we going to bail us out? No. 420,000 likes. I'm glad to see that. But I guess they might bail us out. I mean, I'm not going to call it a bailout. But there is talks of giving us a little bit of money. But first, I will mention what I said earlier. If a company is going to go bankrupt and has to be bailed out by the U.S. taxpayers, then the U.S. taxpayers have paid for ownership of that company, and we should own it from then on. We should get all future profits from it, in my opinion. If the airlines are going to go bankrupt, then they should sell to somebody. They should sell to somebody who can keep them afloat without going bankrupt. And if they can't, if we have to bail them out, then we own the airlines, in my opinion. The people of the United States should own the fucking airlines. We should get all the profits from it in the future. Come on, Mr. Art of the Deal. Come on, Mr. Populist. Why don't you actually fucking do something for a goddamn change to help the real people out? Instead of bailing out these billionaires who have done nothing but pocket the profits, bought their stock back, done nothing to give people living fucking wages. You tired of this, folks? We tired of winning yet? These billionaire fucking assholes. Here's Virgin Airlines. Virgin Atlantic says it plans to ground 75% of its fleet by 26th of March. Adding staff will be asked to take 8 weeks unpaid leave during the next month. Unpaid leave. 2 months without wages. Virgin Airlines has 9,000 staff, from what I can see. Richard Branson, fucking asshole, could personally pay all of these staffs $500 a week, and his net worth would fall from $4.1 billion to $4.064 billion. His net worth would fall by less than a fucking 1% of a percent. He could easily do that. But instead, he will go to the government to get money, or they'll threaten, oh my God, we're going to go bankrupt, shut the shit down. You don't want to see that happen, do you? We're too big to fail. No, you're not. Why don't we seize that shit? Why don't we seize Richard Branson's money and put this motherfucker in jail? That's what I say. I say we start passing greed laws. Put these fuckers in the goddamn prison system. Let's see if that fucking corrects their attitude a little bit. Let's see if that gives them a little more empathy. Let's start making examples out of these motherfuckers, in my opinion. Are we angry yet? Well, no, let's let Trump win again, folks. This doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Oh my God, Bernie didn't get the nomination, so it doesn't matter. Let's let Trump have it for another 4 years. Let's cry about it. Take our fucking ball and go home. Yeah, fucking whiny piss babies. Grow the goddamn fuck up. And I agree with Robert Reich. McDonald's, Burger King, Pizza Hut, Dunkin' Donuts, Wendy's, Taco Bell, and Subway. None give their workers paid sick leave. They should be required to post this sign on their doors because we don't give our workers paid sick leave. They may be sick when they serve you. Yeah, we got sick people serving you food because we're rich billionaire assholes who don't give our employees living wages. We don't give them time off to get well when they need it. They're living paycheck to paycheck. They have no fucking choice but to come in. Do you want to eat here? I suggest you don't. Let's start punishing these companies. But if you punish them, the government's just going to bail them out with our tax money anyway. That's how this fucking shit works. They got us by the balls. And of course, the rich get fucking richer. Amazon seeking 100,000 new hires as orders surge because, you know, we're all at home on quarantine. So everybody's fucking at home, shopping their goddamn asses off. Meanwhile, this fucking dickhead right here, he literally looks like a fucking dickhead. His face, his whole head looks like a dick. Fucking Jeff Bezos owns Whole Foods. And they're asking for their employees to donate their sick time to other employees. Instead of just giving them all more sick time, this guy who has more money than he could spend in 1,000 lifetimes is asking his employees to give up their sick time to other employees. The greed, folks. These people are not even human at some point. They're like David Icke lizard men. It's time to make examples out of these fuck. Let's seize Amazon. I'm not even a big-time socialist or a communist or any of that. I'm not even for, like, making public too many businesses. But once you reach a certain level of greed, I think we got to make examples out of motherfucker, in my opinion. And, yep, the biggest U.S. airline spent 96% of free cash flow the last decade to buy back shares. This is what ALC says. In order to boost executive bonuses and please wealthy investors. Now they expect taxpayers to bail them out to the tune of $50 billion. It's the same old story. Same old story, folks. Plenty of money for them. But at least Trump's spiritual advisor is using this crisis to make money for ourselves. The scum of the earth, people. They never fucking get tired of being horrible human beings.
Churches do so much, not just from a humanitarian standpoint, but the greatest thing we do is bring spiritual truths that transform. What we do as ministers of the gospel is so vitally important because every single day we are a hospital to the sick. Not necessarily the physically sick, though we also help take care of that. Many churches have health centers, etc. But we are a hospital for those who are soul sick, those who are spiritually sick, because we bring forth the Word of God and we bring forth truth that gets deep down in your soul in the way you think and you feel about things. Maybe you'd like to sow a $91 seed, and that's just putting your faith with Psalm 91, or maybe $9, or whatever God tells you to do. If you want to be a blessing to Paula White Ministry or City of Destiny, you can go to the website at paulawhite.org. We would love for you to...
Yeah, you don't want the coronavirus, do you, folks? Better give me money. I mean, can you imagine this? Trump's spiritual advisor and head of the White House Faith and Opportunity Initiative program, Paula White, asked for cash during a coronavirus-related prayer session this afternoon. They know no shame. She's already a multi-millionaire. There's never enough money for these folks. They're mentally ill. They're sick. And, you know, maybe we should put them in prison and then get them mental health while they're in prison. That's just... I mean, I don't want to put mentally ill people in prison just for being mentally ill, but maybe, like, that's the only way they're going to get help if we imprison these fucks. And, but at least now they're talking about giving the people some money. You know it's bad, folks, when conservatives are on board with giving the poor money. Analysis: Americans are very likely to get $1,000 or more checks. Here's what you need to know. They're even Trump's like so desperate now that he's like, well, fuck, giving all these rich people money is not helping. I don't want to see, I want to get reelected because, you know, the longer he stays in office, the longer he can hold off his creditors and make sure he doesn't get put in jail for all his crimes. So he's desperate to stay in office. So he's now willing to even consider giving the poor money and the middle class. And Mitt Romney put forth this plan, proposed to give everybody $1,000 to every American. Now, it's just a one-time thing as far as I could tell. Mitt Romney's proposing, so it's like $365 billion, which, you know, would be good, but not as good as universal basic income, which is what we desperately fucking need, which Bernie Sanders called for today. Hell yeah, Bernie Sanders. Oh my God, it just shows you how horrible this country is that Bernie Sanders did not get the nomination. Doesn't look like he's going to get the nomination, folks. They just called Florida for Biden. I don't want to be, I didn't do this. I'm just the messenger. But it doesn't appear that Bernie is going to get the nomination. It just doesn't. I'm sorry. I tried. Like every day I was on here shitting on Biden, boosting up Bernie, and I did whatever I could, but shit is what it is, right? But anyway, Bernie called for an emergency $2,000 cash payment to every household in America every month for the duration of the crisis. Hell fucking yes. Now, this will never happen in a million years, folks. They may give us $1,000 one time, and that'll be it. And it'll be like just a little bit of boost to the economy, just to get it over the hump so Trump can get reelected if that's what's going to happen. But, yeah, my God, Bernie. What a good dude. What a good dude. Would love to see it, but it won't happen. I don't have any fucking faith or hope in it whatsoever. And I guess I'll take a break there and read the chats a little bit, see what you guys got to say. Everybody mad at me so far. Let's see. Remember when Yang whined about having his mic rigged with, yes, vaguely. We need a revolution, Russian 1917 style. Oh my God, Dusty, it's not over yet. I mean, yeah, it's pretty much over, dude. Sorry. It's mathematically very improbable Bernie's going to win. Now, you can, like, say, oh, he could get a landslide, 75% of the rest of the vote. That goes against, like, common sense and the prevailing trends that have already happened. Is it possible? Sure. Am I telling you to stop voting for Bernie, to stop pushing for Bernie? Nope. You definitely should do it more than ever now. But, I mean, it's not looking good, right? Don't fucking delude yourself. You have to live in reality at fucking some point, children. All right? I didn't say it was over, motherfucker. What's wrong with you? I'm about to fucking block you, dude. You're annoying as shit. No one fucking said it was over. Shut the fuck up already, idiot. I don't care if you like me or not, if you're a fan. You're not arguing in good faith. You're just saying stupid shit that's not even close to what the fuck's coming out of my mouth. So if you're not going to sit in here and argue in good faith, just fuck off, dude. It's annoying. Dusty, thank you for telling these dudes the truth. They're starting to remind me of MAGAs. They are. It's exactly the same toxic motherfuckers who were in the anti-SJW community, and now they jumped in this left-wing grift, and they're doing exactly the fucking same exact shit they did to help Trump get elected the first time. They're going to help Trump get elected. I guarantee you. They're going to do 20 videos against Joe Biden for every one against Trump, if they even do one against Trump. They're going to give 20 negative posts about Joe Biden for every one negative they give about Trump, if they even give a negative about Trump. They're going to do exactly the same thing, and then they're going to say, we don't support Trump. We're just against Biden. That's exactly what they're going to say, dudes. It's going to be all these fucking lefty shitbags. Mark my words, folks. I was right about what the anti-SJWs were doing, and we'll see. We'll see what the fuck happens. Agreed, Dusty. Bernie wasn't up to fighting the neo-lib establishment. I think Bernie did the best he can. I just think Bernie, for one, Bernie just has a ceiling because the country is not as progressive as I wish it was. Now, I wish the country was way more progressive than it is. I love Bernie's policies. I'm a social democrat, very much like Denmark, and I would love to see it. But a big problem with Bernie is that the country is not as progressive as we wish it was, and the young people who are more progressive don't fucking vote. They just don't vote. So all these people online pushing for Bernie on YouTube and shit, you know, the people they're preaching to don't go to the polls. He has a ceiling. Now, it's not my fault for pointing that shit out. Biden is getting more votes. He is. He appeals to a larger demographic. He does. Not my fault, folks. This is America. But he is better than Trump in every way. We're finally going to actually get to the to his policies in a minute. I disagree. What you disagree about? Jeff Holiday is voting for Trump again. Fuck Jeff Holiday. Jeff Holiday is the biggest goddamn coward I've ever seen in my fucking life. He's a drunk. Fucking cowardly ass drunk. I will work for an American where tribal warlords or terrorists cannot take away our right to exploit cheap overseas labor. Okay. Bernie was absolutely far more polite than most primary candidates, and y'all don't remember how vicious Obama did Hillary. Yeah, you know, Bernie's a good guy. Bernie is a very good guy who is just full of empathy and just wants to help people. And that's why when it's clear he's not going to be the nominee, if it becomes clear, he's absolutely not going to get the nomination. He is going to back Biden. There's no doubt about it. He's going to back Biden. He's going to stunt for Biden because he has the ability, like I'm about to do for you people, to go and read the policies that Biden is putting forth. And he knows that those policies are much, much, much more progressive than Trump, obviously, in every possible way, and that by letting Trump have 4 more years instead of implementing these more progressive policies, you will hurt people. And he's not a child. Bernie is a grown-ass man who will do the right thing, and he will back the progressive policies so that more people aren't hurt. Unlike a lot of you fucking shitbags out there who are going to whine and bitch and complain and take your butt and go home because you didn't get everything you fucking wanted. Pissing me off again, goddammit. Anyway, why don't you discuss other parties? Fuck the two-party shit, because, I mean, it'd be nice if other parties had more of the vote, but right now this is what we have. We have a two-party system in this country. It's not my fault. I didn't create the system. I am just the messenger, and one of these two parties will absolutely win, and we have to pick the guy who has the more progressive goddamn policies. It's real simple, folks. People are going to be hurt if we don't, so we have to go for harm reduction. That's my opinion on it. All right, let's see the super chats. Super chats, lifeblood of the show. Super chats. Love you guys on the super chats. Faye, $5. You are the only person who seems to have noticed Bernie and Ron Paul have a lot in common with how they were treated by their parties. Yep, that's true. And they also have in common that they both have incredible online presences. Just almost like a cult-like base. But at the same time, still, it doesn't translate to real-world votes as much as it needs to. Now, someday it will. Someday the candidates that have these giant platforms online are going to run away with these elections. It's going to happen. You know, maybe the next election, maybe 4 years it'll happen. You know, maybe it'll take 10 years. I don't know. But it's definitely going to happen where the internet is going to be picking every president from now on. We're just not quite there yet. But we're getting there very rapidly, in my opinion. Thank you for that. Could you check that Streamlabs has another donation too? Thanks, Dusty. Okay, I will check that. I'll have to do that offline, but I'm sure it did. I'm sure it went through, and I appreciate that. I need to set it up. I think I need to set it up differently. It's supposed to pop up like when somebody donates to it, but I don't have it set up right yet. I'm still learning all this stuff. I stayed up all night last night making these new graphics and stuff. I'm trying to make the show more professional. So I'm working on it. I think we've had a big improvement already today, but, bear with me. It's going to get better and better and better as the weeks go on, as I'm learning. So thank you for that. I appreciate that, HK. Faye just proves the old guard won't let go of their power regardless of the party. Got to break it all down and start over from the new world. Yay, Dusty. Yeah, it'd be good. But I think we have to kind of work inside the system. Like, I hate that. I hate that we have to work inside the system. But for now, especially, it's like desperation mode where so many people are in poverty and need help that we have to work on harm reduction. And I hate that I have to fucking stump for Joe Biden. Joe Biden's a terrible candidate. Terrible. Unlikable in my opinion. I don't like Joe Biden. However, when I look at his policies are so much better. So much better than anybody on the right is putting out. And I cannot not be an adult and say, okay, well, I have to go with one that has more progressive policies. Yeah, I cannot vote for Biden because he voted for the Iraq War, or he 20 years ago said that he might cut Social Security, or he kisses his granddaughter on the lips. Yeah, I could use those as reasons not to vote for him. Or I could look for the policies that these candidates are likely to implement and then vote for the candidate and push for the candidate who has the much better policies for the working poor, for minorities, and for global warming, for judges, everything across the fucking board. At some point, you have to kind of be an adult, in my opinion. It sucks. I don't want to be an adult. It's the last thing I want to fucking be as an adult. But what you going to do? Let people get hurt? No thanks. Bradley Elskin, $3. Bernie people can be just as cultish as Trump people. Yeah, man, there is a whole subset of Bernie people that are just toxic as fuck. Some of them are even turning against Bernie now because they think Bernie's too nice. They want him to be a shitbag, something he's not. Like, don't expect Bernie to be a shitbag. He's not a shitbag. He's a good, empathetic human being. But they're like, he's not mean enough. Oh my God, shut up, Bernie. Shut up. You're not mean enough. But, okay. That's just not him, dudes. Destiny Hart Hayden, $5. I work for Best Buy, and they actually asked for us to donate our sick time to other employees as well. I know, man. The CEOs of that company should be put in prison for shit like that. They should confiscate their wealth and give it to the employees, in my opinion. There comes a point where enough is a fucking enough of this shit. It's just unconscionable, these motherfuckers. Faye, I lost hope in our present political system when Ron Paul took y'all on the left long enough to learn the same lesson. I actually sent Ron Paul $100. Like, of course, that was so long ago. He's like one of the only candidates I've ever donated to. And then he sent me like at least $200 worth of mail trying to get me to donate more to him. So I don't think it was a good investment. Faye, none of us like creepy Uncle Ben, but sometimes you got to put your big kid pants on. I'm with you, Dusty. I know it's exactly how I feel, right? I'm going to read you his policies. We're going to go over, I'm not going to read you all of them, just some of them. We're just going to go very briefly over his policy. He has a shit ton of shit on his website that explains it all. It's a lot of reading. And he has a lot of really decent policies. Are they as good as Bernie's? No. In no way is he anywhere comparable to Bernie. But at the same time, is he better than Trump? Yes. The two things are not even in the same universe. They're not comparable in any fucking possible way. Anybody that compares Trump and Biden to me can literally eat the shit out of my asshole. That's what I think about you. How stupid you fucking are for even almost trying to make this comparison between the two. You're the dumbest fucking people on the goddamn planet. Nobody should take you seriously. Because it's clear. One thing's clear. You haven't researched the policies. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're clowns. That's the truth of the matter. Sorry. Somebody has to fucking tell you, motherfuckers. So anyway, thank you for the super chats. More super chats, please. Chat. Is the DNC paying you for this? Yes, I'm making all the fucking money from the DNC. What the fuck, folks? It's so stupid. I live in such a fucking poor area. I say this all the time, man. These people around here are desperate. They're in desperate need of help. And I'm fucking looking at the policies like a goddamn adult of the person that's going to help them more than the person who's not. And you guys are asking me if I'm selling out. Yes, I'm selling out. I'm selling out for the fucking poor people who are my fucking people. I'm standing up for them. Yes, I am. Fuck you. Why aren't you, motherfuckers? Why aren't you standing up for the goddamn poor? Who's paying you not to stand up for these motherfuckers? Are rich people conning you to vote against your own best interest? Are they conning you to vote against the best interest of the poor? Yes, they fucking are, motherfuckers. Look in the goddamn mirror, idiots. It's ridiculous. You fucking morons. Primary isn't even over yet. Yes, we know the primary isn't over yet. But statistically, looking at the trends, it is very, very unlikely that Bernie Sanders is going to get enough of the votes to not go to a brokered convention. And if it goes to a brokered convention, they're going to give it to Biden. So statistically, it's not over. Just like it wasn't over for Trump. You know, statistically, Trump was 98% going to lose. It's possible. No one is saying don't go vote for Bernie. But I'm just saying, you know, at some point, you have to admit reality. You have to not delude yourself. Shit is the way it is. It ain't my fault. Just a messenger here. Yes, primary is still happening. It's literally the words coming out of my mouth. What is wrong with you, dude? Listen to the whiter. Yeah, all right. Good luck in November. All right, let's continue on with the show. What time is it? Oh, God, we're 42 minutes into the show already? I haven't covered anything yet. Good God. I feel like I'm so behind all the time. I need to do a show every fucking day. You are an idiot if you vote for Biden. This is easy. Yeah, okay. Right. If you mean you're an idiot for voting for Biden in the primaries instead of Bernie Sanders, might agree with you. But if you're saying you're an idiot for voting for Biden in the real contest versus Trump, then, like, it's just the dumbest shit. Like, that is just the dumbest. I can't imagine being that fucking stupid. I mean, you might be a fan of mine, you might love the show, but you haven't read the policies. If you go read the policies and you think that it's not important to vote for the guy that has the more progressive policies that will help more people, then, like, there's no talking to you people. You're too far gone. You're too far gone. You might as well just be anti-SJWs. You might as well be reactionaries. You might as well go hang out with 4chan with your brethren. Because there's no talking to you people. It's over in your brains. So, I feel like I don't have a home anymore. I feel like I don't have any place I belong anymore. Because shitbags have taken over the left now, too. Wasn't enough that shitbags took over the right. You shitbags got to take over the left and spread your fucking stupidity that are going to hurt people. That are going to hurt my people, my family. And you're just going to sit there and with your mealy mouth fucking faces all giddy and shit as you watch fucking people suffer. Because you didn't get your way. Fucking whiny ass piss babies. Ridiculous. All right, let's move on to the show before I get too fucking mad. You people, seriously, this is so stupid. Anyway. So I'm trying to figure out if it's good or bad to make jokes about the coronavirus. This is fucking Count Chocula. You know, the guy who's only famous because he made a joke that upset people is now upset that people are making jokes. Bolsonaro has been confirmed to have coronavirus. Typical schadenfreude ensues from the good guys. Oh my God, don't make jokes about fucking this fascist. A lot of people believe Bolsonaro is a fascist. Some people say, no, he's not a fascist. He's just an authoritarian right-wing guy. Either way, Count Chocula, this fucking crypto-fascist asshole, this alt-light motherfucker, has no problem. You make fun of black people. Have no problem. You make rape jokes about women who have been sexually assaulted. Buddy was sorry guy for doing that. But oh my God, you made fun. You made fun of a fucking fascist. I have to get mad about it. And he literally has a coronavirus joke in his name. These motherfuckers. Seriously. And I don't even know if these fucking people are serious or not. I don't know if they're just saying this to get attention. Roosh. Dating was originally used by homosexuals. It only leads to disappointment and misery for heterosexuals. Is it gay to date women? Maybe. Apparently it's gay to like women's butts, according to Roosh. For those of you who don't know Roosh, he is probably the most famous pickup artist in the world. He doesn't do pickup artistry anymore. He is now a full-blown Christian and right-wing speaker. This is the kind of genius the right is giving us. They're not sending their best. And I don't know if you guys saw this, but Vosh, everybody thinks I hate Vosh. I don't hate Vosh. I hate some of the things Vosh does. I think Vosh sometimes is the categories. It's too much of an edgy shithead. I think Vosh is full of shit about a lot of stuff, but mostly I think Vosh is good. Mostly Vosh speaks well, and I agree with the stuff he says. But anyway, he was on The Drunken Peasants, a show that I do not care for. I've been on that show many times, and I tried to I tried to encourage them not to be so fucking chuddy, and they just wouldn't be. And they actually, I told the story before about how last time I was on the show, was the last time I'm ever going to go on the show probably. They had me on supposedly to talk about the election results. And that's what I went on there to talk about. And when I got on there, it turned out it was almost like an ambush. It was like this blood sport thing, but they had these two Republican chuds they wanted me to debate, what they didn't tell me about, which was fine. Like, in my opinion, I wiped the floor with them. One of them was V, who I guess is a doctor, is one of Sargon's acolytes. And he was like a child. So it wasn't hard or anything, but I don't like to be ambushed. If I know that I'm going to be in a debate, I like to prepare for it. I don't like to smoke weed ahead of time. You know, I like to know what I'm in for. And so I think I don't really trust those guys anymore. And the good news is, after this episode, a lot of people are kind of seeing how chuddy their show is and whatnot. But anyway, Vosh went on there to debate some kind of alt-right shithead named Ethan. What the fuck's his name? Ethan Ralph? Is that his name? Or Ralph Ethan? The guy from the Ralph Report. Basically, one of the pioneers of internet blood sports, which I was lucky enough to avoid. They always try to get me in their internet blood sport bullshit. And I was like, nah, fuck that shit. I know what you guys are doing. I want to be a part of that. Because all it is it's just idiots screaming at each other. It's not a debate. They don't really want to debate you. They just want to insult you and scream at you and make asses of themselves and bring you down to their level, which is exactly what happened in this debate. It was just this Ethan Ralph guy screaming at Vosh ridiculously and saying the N-word and just being a fucking moron. So anyway, at the end of it, he basically threatened to dox Vosh's girlfriend. And I'll play you that clip right now. What a dick.
You know what? I'll make your fucking bitch famous.
Dude, I just want your girlfriend, your fucking ex-wife.
I will do that. I will make this bitch famous. Is that what you want?
I just want your ex-wife to call me a
sucking.
Why can't your ex-wife just call me
a champagne socialist? Is that what you want? For me to make your nasty ass fucking bitch famous?
Are you threatening to dox my girlfriend?
And I will, and I will laugh about
Dude,
it.
I think he's legitimately just threatening to dox my girlfriend.
So you know what? Talk that shit.
You threatening to dox my girlfriend?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. Ooh. Really?
I would put her name out. I don't give a fuck about you or anybody else listening to this stream. Yeah. Go there. Go there. Fuck with my ex-wife, and you'll see what happens. Oh, doctor, yeah, I will. So, what are you gonna do about it, fucker?
I mean, it's funny because, like, for years you've pretended.
Communist, political violence, I want to shoot cops. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. That's what you'll do about it.
Host, am I supposed to respond to this? Like, he's just threatening to dox my girlfriend.
For the world to see, and there is absolutely nothing you can do about it.
Is this?
It's reality. So you can sit here and you can laugh, you can talk all this shit. Yeah, I will dox that fat bitch. I don't give a fuck about her.
Could you two remove him from the call?
I don't give a fuck about
I'm serious. Remove him now or I will leave.
Don't. So if you think you're gonna catch me on something, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Period. So you can write that up. Progressive overlords.
The drug offenders are useless.
You can remove him or I can leave. What would you prefer?
All right, yeah, we can't have doxing.
I mean, like, it's not gonna happen. We're gonna end this now. We're
ending this stream.
We're gonna end the stream. I want to thank you both for coming on tonight. I wish we would have had you guys separately though, because I've.
Oh my God! They just ended the fucking call.
So anyway, just trash. That dude's fucking trash, attacking Vosh's girlfriend. And I saw, like, on Twitter, his fan base were posting pictures of her and just trashing her and calling her names and shit. And it's below the belt. Like, it's so bottom of the barrel trash behavior from these people. It's actually similar to what the drunken peasants did to me. The TJ talked shit about my girlfriend in public, like trashed her in public. And I would never do that to them. And I was on their show one time, and it makes me emotional because, like, you can say whatever you want to me, but when you start attacking people that I care about. I was on their show one time, and they were talking about how Brett Keane was trashing TJ. No, it wasn't TJ. It was Paul's girlfriend, calling her names and shit. And, like, I would never do that to them. I immediately took up for them and took up for her and said how lovely she was and nice she was and shit. And as soon as I was off the show, they were talking shit about my girlfriend. Just fucking like this shit. It's just, these people, man, they're so fucking disgusting. But anyway, after this happened, Vosh's fan base flagged Ethan Ralphs. I guess he's on D Live now because he's been kicked off every other platform, and so they got him banned or at least suspended from D Live, which I think is one of his last refugees to have his show. So he was saying they couldn't do anything about it. They did. They did, dude. That makes you look so fucking terrible. I don't know why you would fucking do that. Anyway, let me check the chat a little bit. See what you guys got to say about that. Just chatting. Vosh is trash. So reap what you sow. Good God, what is wrong with you people? I don't care how fucking trash Vosh is. To bring his girlfriend into this, to bring somebody who's never done anything to anybody. She's not even a public fucking person, you know? It's just ridiculous. How awful do you have to be to bring somebody's loved one into it, call them names, and make fun of their appearance when they have nothing to fucking do with your issues? Like, that kind of shit makes me want to block you. Like, I don't even want you watching me right now if that's the way you feel. Like, you make me feel dirty by being such a low-level, disgusting piece of shit. Like, you might want to watch that shit. If you want to continue watching the show, you might want to watch that. I won't fucking put up with that shit. I will not fucking put up with you bringing other people into goddamn issues like this that have nothing to do with this. You leave fucking loved ones alone. It's ridiculous. You fucking piece of shit, dude. God damn it. Hey, Dusty, thanks for the years of keeping shit real. I ain't no problem. I'm just doing what I gotta do. I have watched TJ for years. Yeah, well, TJ's been disappointing, you know. TJ has not been a very good person to me. And I mean, I'm sure I haven't been that great to him either, but only in response. I mean, I did put out there that he had a small dick, but only after he threatened to beat me up to shut me up. He literally threatened violence against me, and then he went like on a video and bragged about threatening me to shut me up. So yeah, I put out there that he has a tiny little baby dick, which is below the belt too is mean, but you know, we have our issues. It's all good. This has been angry the last few episodes. I'm just tired of the fucking ridiculous. I've been talking about the same shit for 5 years, and you motherfuckers are still saying the goddamn same shit. It's getting annoying. It's fucking ridiculous. Just sick of dealing with trash, man. You people don't have to be fucking trash. We can be decent human beings. We can be in this together. We can help each other out, you know? We're all in this together. And instead, you people just want to be fucking trash humans. Why? Why do you want to be like that? You can't make you feel good about yourself. In fact, I assume that the reason you're being like that is because you don't feel good about yourself. You have to be this trash person because you don't have self-esteem enough not to be a trash person. But like, you can be better. You can feel better about yourself. You don't have to continue down the path that's going to make you feel like a fucking piece of shit all the time. I know I've been there, dudes. Didn't he show his dick and ass? Yes, TJ made a video where he showed a banana in his ass and he poured hot oil on his balls. And I've seen that shit. I've seen things. Horrible things. You're calling him a fascist and a bootlicker? I'm afraid you are trash. You're calling him you're talking about, I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking about Ethan Ralph? Ethan Ralph is a fucking fascist piece of shit. All right, let's move on with the show. Let's see if we get any more super chats. Super chats, life out of the show. Super chats, super chat me up. Hey, HK gave me $20. Very generous. Thank you, HK. Could the aftermath of the virus force both parties to actually show empathy towards the poor and sick? Thanks. Yeah, all the fucking policies they're implementing should be permanent. It won't be, but it absolutely should be. I mean, I guess if the virus becomes bad enough, it'll have to be, or else the economy's going to collapse. We're going to have to move to universal basic income eventually. It's just going to have to happen. Automation is going to take 70% of the jobs. I mean, how are people going to buy goods and services if they don't have fucking jobs? We are going to have it. The sooner we move to that system, the better it's going to be. The less suffering that's going to have to be caused on people, right? But, and it's a shame that we have to have a pandemic to make that happen. But maybe it'll push us in that right direction. I don't think it's going to move us to UBI immediately, but it does seem like it's at least opening people up to this idea and pushing us in that direction. So if a little bit of good can come out of it, then, you know, that's great, in my opinion. Thank you for that. Great question. Proto $2. Jimmy Dore says not to vote for Joe. So dumb. Yeah. Well, that's a very privileged position from a rich dude, right? He can sit online and have his easy-ass job. He doesn't have to fucking suffer. He's not living in this van like my neighbor is out in front of his fucking house. He's not living in abject poverty in houses with boarded-up windows like all my fucking people around here. Real easy for that motherfucker to say, isn't it? I wonder if he's for 1 second gone and looked at the goddamn policies that Joe's trying to implement and asked himself, if I don't support this guy who's going to implement those policies, how many people are going to be hurt? By maintaining the status quo, by making sure the same shit continues to happen, how many people are going to be hurt? I guarantee he doesn't ever think about that shit. Because it's not edgy enough. It's not cool enough, folks. This new left, they're all fucking in it for Trump to win now. They are. And if you go against it, they're going to do to you like they did to me. They're going to message me and say, Dusty, I just fucking removed my Patreon from you. Dusty, I just unsubscribed to you because fuck Joe Biden. Bernie didn't win. My guy didn't win. Fuck it all. Burn it all down. Bernie, you're a bust. Regardless of who fucking gets busted. It's become so stupid. You guys are actually legitimizing so much of the bad shit the other candidates have said about Bernie bros. It's disgusting to watch. It really fucking is. Take that. I will, Bits Nation. Thank you very much for your $5. I will take that shit. Golden Gold Eyes Blue, $5. Dusty, learn to make a reasoned argument. You're not going to win your audience over by yelling at them and telling them they're full of shit. Okay. Well, hopefully, I will shame you into actually going and looking at the policies. And I'm going to show you the policies in a minute. Like, that's the whole point. I didn't show you yesterday. I'm going to show you the policies. We're going to get there. But reasoned debate doesn't seem to be working against you motherfuckers. So what do you want me to do? I'm going to treat you exactly like I treated the Christians. If you're going to be a delusional fuck, I'm going to treat you like a delusional fuck. Sorry. I don't care anymore. Like, nothing else is working, so why should I bother with you motherfuckers, right? Why should I not just treat you with the disgust I have for you? And I will. That's exactly what I'm going to do. But thank you for that. I appreciate your $5. Anita Wu, if it comes down to Biden versus Trump and you don't vote for because Bernie and not Bernie, then Trump will be reelected and everyone will be worse. Yes, obviously. Like I said on the last episode, even just fucking one issue, global warming. And I'm going to show you, I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's so fucking long, but I'm just going to show you some of Joe Biden's policies. And you have Joe Biden who's at least going to do something about global warming, who at least takes it seriously, who at least has a policy against a guy who doesn't even fucking believe it's real, who's not only not doing anything to stop it, but is accelerating it. And you look at the fucking scientists who say, we don't have 4 more years to waste. We don't have it. Tens of millions of people are going to be displaced, like nothing you've ever fucking seen. And you people want to be science deniers and say, nah, fuck it, it doesn't matter, they're the same. No, fuck you. It matters. People are going to suffer. Wake the fuck up, idiots. It's frustrating. Shit, goddammit. Dusty, you're right. Keep speaking the truth. I will, Doombot. I appreciate that. Let me make sure I didn't miss any of them up there. Let me put my glasses on so I can see the screen over here. Nope, that is not the right screen. There we go. Proto says, I know you're frustrated some lefties won't vote for Biden. I'll vote for Biden, and I agree that you have to vote for Dem. Check out Sam Cedar versus Jimmy Dore. Well, Sam Cedar has been, pretty reasonable. David Pakman has been reasonable about this. You know who's been incredibly unreasonable about this? Kyle Kulinski from Secular Talk. Dude has gone completely fucking loony conspiracy theorist about all this bullshit. Been real frustrating to watch that shit. Dusty, you're right. Keep speaking the truth. Thank you, Doombot. I'll do my best. I appreciate that. I'm going to keep doing what I can. Faye says, Dusty, you didn't read my super chat. I did. I got it. I'm getting it. I got it. Just got to give me a second. Yep. All right. Faye says, don't be ashamed of your compassion for others. Yelling is a legitimate form of expression. Yeah. I at least put limiters on the microphone these days. So if I yell louder, it shouldn't be blowing your speakers out the way it did before. It should be more normalized. So hopefully that takes care of that issue a little bit. But anyway, thank you for that. Appreciate that. Thank you for all the super chats. Some more super chats, please, as we continue on the show. Holy shit, we're already an hour into the show, and I haven't even started covering shit. Anyway, so I got to get into this Joe Biden shit. I got to get into Joe Biden's policies. I promised I would cover this shit. But first, we're going to shit on Joe Biden a little bit. After all, me telling you guys to vote for Joe Biden, he's not a good candidate. I'm not saying Joe Biden is a good candidate. I'm not saying Joe Biden is a likable fellow. I'm not. He's not. In my opinion. I'm just saying policy-wise, he is way better. So here's something he has to absolutely eliminate from his vocabulary. This is after he yelled at the guy and poked the guy in the chest for saying he wants to take people's Second Amendment away, and they're asking him questions about it. And so he doesn't answer at all. He just basically attacks Bernie and start talking about Bernie bros for no fucking reason. It's so frustrating to watch this stupid bullshit. I gotta move over to my last scene.
Right temperament with voters that you don't agree with, sir?
Vice President, on the coronavirus, they're both targeting you over this exchange this morning with the voter about guns. Any regrets about how you handled it?
Well, I'm surprised that Sanders is joining Trump. It's just surprising.
Was it appropriate to swear at an American?
Like, literally nothing to do with the question. Just gonna attack Sanders. Sanders turned into... No, he's not. What the fuck are you talking about, you idiot? Shut the fuck up. You're going to need Bernie Sanders supporters. Do you understand this? And saying this makes you so fucking unlikable to people like me. People who know we have to get a more progressive candidate in the office. Stop immediately, you fucking moron. And here's another great example. Him saying, hey, I would veto Medicare for all. If somehow it both passed, the House and the Senate, which it never will do, unless somehow we manage to basically wipe out the Republicans in both houses of Congress, which even if we did that, it might have even passed with an entirely Democratic Congress. But if it got there, you would veto it? That's so fucking insane. God damn it, dude.
Let's assume, and I've asked other candidates this kind of question, veto question. Let's flash forward. Your president, Bernie Sanders, is still active in the Senate. He manages to get Medicare for all through the Senate in some compromise version, the Elizabeth Warren version or other version. Nancy Pelosi gets a version of it through the House of Representatives. It comes to your desk. Do you veto it?
I would veto anything that delays providing the security and the certainty of health care being available now.
Terrible answer.
Let's assume,
what the fuck, Joe?
This kind of question, veto.
How would that delay it? If you made Medicare for all and it got on your desk, it wouldn't delay it. It would cause it to happen. It would cause medical services to be had by everybody, right? Medicare for all. That's what it means. It would be great. What the fuck? So just terrible answer. And I don't know if you guys saw the debate or not, but I went to JoeBiden.com and it was not the website I thought it was going to be.
And I laid out in detail what I would do if were I president today. You can go to JoeBiden.com and I laid it out in
Don't go to JoeBiden.com, folks. You're gonna see things, horrible things, and I admit, like, the media is not being... I don't think it's a conspiracy, folks. There's no reason to jump to fucking conspiracies. Bias is enough to explain all this shit that's going on. But definitely the media is not fair to Bernie Sanders. Here's Joy Reid. These are 3 minutes apart. She's like, wow, does Nunes believe he has no responsibility at all to his constituents to look out for their lives? This is an appearance on Fox News. Representative Nunes stated, if you're healthy and your family is it's a great time to just go out, go to local restaurants. So she basically hitting on him saying, you idiot. You're telling people to go out in public around other people during a pandemic? What's wrong with you? And then 3 minutes later, she attacks Bernie Sanders for saying the same thing. Sanders, in a post-debate interview, says he's not sure it makes a lot of sense to hold the Florida, Ohio, Illinois, and Arizona primaries on Tuesday, given the coronavirus. He's saying the same thing you're saying. It's not smart. Have people go wait in line together in close proximity together. We need social distancing. He is saying the smart thing, Joy Reid. Disappointed in you, Joy Reid. Let's see if I have a sound effect for her. No, that was a bad sound effect for that. I gotta get better with my sound effects, but we can't laugh at her. Laugh at your stupidity, Joy Reid. And this is pretty funny. Rambles incoherently. Daggone, remember I'm spitting, man. Yep, that's about it. Boomhauer is the only person who would think that you are speaking in a way that he can understand and associate with Joe Biden. Even though he did do much better than the last debate when it was just one-on-one with him and Bernie. I still think Bernie obviously won that debate, but he did way better, but at the same time, that's funny. Old Boomhauer man. And so if you guys saw the debate or not, like I said, he did better, but of course Bernie still fucking kicked his ass because, it's Bernie. Bernie's amazing. Let's have a look at a little 10-second clip.
You get rid of the 9 super PACs you have?
I don't have 9 super. I don't have
You
any
have
super.
9. You want me to list them?
No, yeah, you go ahead and list them.
Okay, come on, give me a break.
No, I won't give you a break on this one, Joe.
Come on, give me a break. Yeah, that's not a great answer. You said you're going to list them. You should list them. You better have them off the top of your head if you're going to make that claim. Bernie, go call your fucking bluff. And, of course, Bernie has the best take on the coronavirus. He's saying that we have to make it a public health issue, obviously. So, there we go.
That everybody right now feels free when you're sick to go to a doctor, regardless of your income. And you know what? The government will pay that bill. Number 2, we are the only major country on earth not to guarantee paid medical leave. So if you can believe it, there are people who are sick today who may actually believe they have symptoms of the coronavirus who are going to work because they have no income. You know, they're making $12, $13 an hour. They got to feed their families. They go to work. We have got to do what every other country on earth does and guaranteed paid family and medical leave and do it right now on an emergency basis. There was a discussion recently. There's a lot of work being done globally in terms of a vaccine. And the Trump administration was saying, well, we can't guarantee that it will be affordable. We've got to worry about the drug companies. Well, that is a crock. That is ridiculous. We have got to make sure that when that vaccine comes out, it is available to everybody in this country, regardless of their income.
Yep. Absolutely. And that's why Bernie's amazing. It has to be available to everybody for free. But that's what also Joe Biden said. So you want to talk about another difference between Joe Biden and Trump? Trump's like, no, we got to let the pharmaceutical companies make money. The drug companies got to make money off of it, off the suffering and misery and death. And at least Joe Biden says, no, it has to be free and available to everybody. I'll show you that in just a second. But I don't know if you guys saw the debate. My favorite part was where Bernie Sanders force choked Joe Biden. No, Bernie, no! Don't let the evil take you over, Bernie. I know it's hard not to, but don't do it. Poor Joe. But here's the problem with Bernie Sanders supporters, folks. We want to pretend like this is not true, but it's true. Where did you get that cool sticker? Yep, Bernie Sanders supporter looking at an I voted sticker, and that's just the sad truth. You know, the Utes aren't voting. 13% turnout on Super Tuesday. All these young people who want this revolution are LARPing. They're fucking LARPers online, chatting all day, typing. Fuck all these other candidates. I'm not voting for any of them. You won't go vote anyway, motherfuckers. You don't vote. You're useless. You want to fucking make fun of boomers? You want to call coronavirus boomer removers? At least they fucking vote. They have all the fucking power because you goddamn idiots are giving them all the power. Like, who else do you have to blame but yourself? Want to blame fucking other people? Stop. Blame your fucking self if you're not going to go vote. And a lot of people, like, just to give you an alternative view, there are people out there who do support Biden over Bernie. There aren't many on the internet, but a lot of people watched the debate. A lot of people thought he did really well. Like Anna Navarra Cardenas says, remarkable how well Joe Biden is doing one-on-one, as opposed to being in a herd of candidates. Looking forward to seeing this guy who showed up tonight take on Trump and confront him with facts, experience, knowledge, and science. And, you know, if Biden is going to beat Trump, the people that are excited about Bernie are at least going to have to try to go to bat for him online, try to build up some interest in people getting out there voting for him. It's going to have to happen. So, yeah, I mean, I shit on him when he needs to be shit on, but at the same time, he has the best policies, or compared to Trump at least. So you got to do what you got to do, but these are what people are doing, folks. Here's good old Peter Coffin. Time to stop fucking around. You're against Medicare for all. You're advocating to kill people. You suck. All the shit libs complaining about Bernie, they're doing it at the expense of lies. Fuck them. They want to beat Trump. They have to get behind Bernie. I mean, you don't have to. Joe Biden can beat Trump. Especially the economy keeps collapsing. He can definitely beat Trump. It's over. We're not going to be nice. They're going to line up behind us, or you're going to lose. The movie Bobs and Christy Winters are not sensible people. They're wrong. They work to justify these wrong opinions, not necessarily because they want to the current situation, but because they're idiots. Fuck them. Everything that type of person is telling you is bullshit. No more. It's time to stand up against all this horseshit. Forget those people exist. Fight the system. Support the insurgent candidate Bernie Sanders and don't stop. Kill liberalism with left populisms. They're basically just saying we're not going to vote for Biden. We're not getting behind Biden ever. the new left is going to let Trump win. They're going to help him win. He's going to team up. Peter Coffin going to team up with Shoe on Head. They're going to fucking shit on Biden. And they're going to help Trump win, regardless of who the fuck is hurt. In my opinion, it's because they're fucking grifters. That's my opinion on it. But that's not what he said when he was on Destiny. When he was talking to fucking Destiny. When Destiny was whooping his monkey ass in a debate. A couple months back. I guess he's changed his opinion. But this is what he said back then.
Well, I'm here for Bernie Sanders. I'm here to advocate for him in the primary. I think that the single payer system is the way to go. I'm probably not going to be convincing you on that, but personally, I will absolutely vote for Joe Biden if Joe Biden is the Democratic nominee. I don't think that that's ideal. I am not happy about it.
I don't like the outcome of this stream. Like, the outcome of this is everyone's just like, well, fuck, I'd vote Joe Biden if I'd have to. Like, everyone, please stop. You're hurting me. I understand your point, right? But it's just the outcome is so horrible right now.
It is absolutely a primary right now. I mean, the reason we need to say these types of things is we're articulating differences. Yes, for me, I don't want Warren. If Warren's the nominee, I'll probably want Warren over Trump. I can't imagine possibly not wanting any of these people over Trump.
Okay.
Yeah, I think what you've had some of the like crazy jackasses.
Anyway,
like,
so but the clique, this new left shit lib clique, or not shit lib, the shitbag left clique, they've gotten together now. I've seen it happen on Twitter. They've kind of coalesced around this idea that they're not going to support Biden even if he gets the nomination. They're going to sabotage him. So, yeah, that's what happens with the clique, man. You got to get on board with the clique does. If you don't, you're left out in the cold. Your channel won't progress. You won't make that money. Got to get on board with the hive mind, the group think about this shit, folks. Watch it happen. Let's see if I'm right, folks. Let's see. I'm telling you the same way I told you about the anti-SJWs. I was right about that. Let's see if I'm right about this. If I'm wrong, I'll be the first one to say I'm wrong. Hey, they were just saying, I will get on board and I will say, hey, they were just saying that because they were wanting to Bernie to win in the primary, but cooler heads prevailed, and they actually did the right thing in the long run, if they do that. But we'll see if they actually do it. And like I said, at least Joe Biden wants the coronavirus vaccine to be free for everybody. When we have a coronavirus vaccine ready to go, it should be made widely available, free of charge, period. Great. I mean, that's hugely different. I want to say, oh, no, he's the same as Trump. No. Fuck you. He's not. Not as good as Bernie, but he's not the same as Trump. And if you say he is, you are dumb as fucking shit. So frustrating to have to listen to you motherfuckers tell me this stupid shit all the goddamn time. And, I agree with Brad Simpson. Some people are being sensible. There are some adults on Twitter. I'm a Sanders supporter. Well, he's responding to this person who's an idiot. If Joe Biden gets the nomination, I will dim exit. Will you join me? No. You're a privileged fuck. You are a privileged fuck. You are hurting people. The most vulnerable people in our society. You goddamn idiot. I'm a Sanders supporter and a bitter critic of Biden. I am too. In many fronts, but Sanders loses, we lick our wounds, grit our teeth, and work to defeat Trump by electing Biden, at which point we push him relentlessly from the left. No pity party, just hard work. Anything else is insane. Exactly. Not me, us. We do what's best for us. We do what's going to hurt the less amount of people. We go for harm reduction. We don't fucking whine like little piss babies. We don't take our ball and go home. We fucking fight. We push. We don't give up. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Useless. You're fucking useless. And David Pakman actually has some good takes on this. David Pakman is like the better version of what Kyle Kalinske has turned to. Progressives need to be on the same page about the facts. Bernie got 30% of the vote so far. Biden is ahead by about 1.5 million votes. The Democratic electorate is not nearly as progressive as us. If we don't accept this, we will never win. Race young me won't change it. It's true. Like, he's telling the fucking truth. Spit. That's the truth. That's the adult position. We're not causing this. We are the messengers. Wake up to reality or don't. Be useless. It's your choice. Be part of the problem and part of the solution. It's your choice. And I agree with Jack saying on this. I honestly wish I understood why a contingent of the left appears to have spent so much time explaining in great detail why it's so important to reach out to conservatives and then decide liberals are actually a lost cause and all of them can go fuck themselves. The thing is, these have been good arguments. They really convinced me it is necessary to reach out to the right and then just emphatically refuse to apply any of those lessons to one of the key groups who've been converting leftwards over the last decade. I just don't get it. And that's exactly what I found. That's exactly what's been happening to me. I posted about this. Let's see where my post is. Well, basically I said, for months, this new left has been telling me, Dusty, you're such a woke scold. You're a gatekeeper of the left, Dusty. We need to reach out to these toxic alt-right, alt-light, anti-SJW, reactionary chuds, and we need to pull them over to our side because we need a coalition build because it's so important to get rid of Trump. And now these exact same people are saying, oh my God, Buttigieg is a rat. Kamala Harris is trash. Warren is a snake. Yang is a traitor. Biden is senile. We're not going to lift a finger to help Trump get defeated. I'm starting to think you people are full of goddamn shit, is what I'm starting to think. I'm starting to think that you are just the same fucking toxic assholes that were in the anti-SJW community, and now you found a new grift on the left, and you're going to do exactly the fucking same shit they did. That's what I'm starting to think. What happened to coalition building? What happened to all that shit? Why is it important to coalition build with toxic right-wing shitheads, but it's not important to coalition build people like Elizabeth Warren or Buttigieg or fucking Kamala Harris or Joe Biden? The people whose policies are way, way more progressive than those toxic shitheads you're kowtowing to. I just think a lot of you are full of shit, in my opinion. But we'll see. Maybe you'll surprise me. And Marcos has it exactly right. Anyone who says they are not voting for Biden are also saying, I want Trump to replace Ruth Bader Ginsburg. You want these conservative shitheads to fill the Supreme Court with other conservative shitheads for life. And then, when they start voting against stuff like women's rights to choose, you're going to bitch about it. But you helped cause that happen by your apathy. So if you stay home and you don't support the more progressive candidate, don't fucking bitch about it, dudes. Don't fucking bitch. You're part of the goddamn problem. Own it. At least own it. So fucking frustrating. And another example. The Trump administration is being sued for trying to remove queer people from the human rights laws. If he gets reelected, folks, this is what they're going to do. They're going to try to complete this mission to attack trans people, LGBTQ rights, all of it they're doing. And in opposition to this, Biden actually has incredibly decent progressive plans for this. I'm going to show you some of them. So don't support him, folks. Don't support him. Allow these people to continue to be harmed. Allow the most vulnerable and marginalized people in our society to continue to be harmed because you didn't get your fucking way. You didn't get everything you wanted because they're the same. Be part of the problem. Fine. It's so frustrating to watch, folks. We're about to get into the Biden shit. We're about to get into his policies. We're about to fucking get there. But before we do, let's read the chat a little bit. Let's check out the super chats. Super chats, lifeblood of the show. Super chats. Graphics are awesome. Jenny Rude says, let me put on my glasses so I can read this shit. Jenny Rude gave me a very generous $20. Jenny Rude, I am not promising my vote yet to Biden, or even after he's made the nominee, because I lose my voice once I pledge my vote to him. I will likely vote for him if it comes down. I'm not promising my vote yet. Okay, well, maybe like after you see the policies and you understand how much more progressive he is than Trump in every way and how many people will be hurt, maybe you'll change your mind. Like, maybe I can change your mind. Maybe I can help you guys. I understand the fucking primary's not even over yet. So in the meantime, I understand why people have this position. Like, I'm willing to give a lot of people passes on it because the primary's not over yet. I understand where you have to let people know or make people think you're not going to support Biden, because if they think you're going to support Biden, they might be more likely to vote for him. And if they think you're only going to support Bernie, then they might be more likely to vote for Bernie because they don't think Biden can win. I understand that strategy, and I'm okay with it for now. But it's starting to look more and more likely like Biden's going to get the nomination. So eventually we're going to have to shift gears and cooler heads are going to have to prevail. It's just all there is to it. So I understand that. Thank you, Jenna. That's very, very generous. And Ben Porter made $50. Wow, that is very generous, Ben Porter. You're amazing. Biden can easily beat Trump if all you Bernie babies quit bitching and vote for him. Yeah, he can, obviously. Especially if the economy keeps tanking easily. He is much better than Trump. What world are you living in where he's not? Where they're living in this, almost like this cult mentality that they built for themselves, where they believe that you have to show the DNC that you're not going to vote for their candidate. And by doing that, maybe 4 years down the line, they run somebody else that actually hurts people less. I understand the argument. It's just magical thinking. It didn't work with Hillary. It didn't work this time with Bernie. It's not going to work next time. So you're going to let people get hurt for 10 years, 20 years to bring this magical plan together? Or are you going to do what you have to do right now to create harm reduction right now, to help the people right now who need it? Or are you going to say, no, we have to let them be hurt for another 15, 20 years so that they're less hurt in the future? It just doesn't make any sense to me. You have to change the system from the inside. It sucks ass, but that's the only option that's going to make sure people are not hurt immediately, which is what we need right now. Thank you for that. That was very generous, Ben. Really appreciate that. Kate's Biz, $10. Hang tough, Dusty. You're right on. I appreciate it. Like, I'm taking a lot of fucking flack. Reminds me, you guys please go to Twitter and subscribe to me. I lost like 100 followers since I've been talking about this Biden thing. People are fleeing from me because I'm trying to be nuanced and adult about this, because of course they are. So, Cult of Dusty 1, Cult of Dusty 1, Cult of Dusty 1. Thank you for that, Kate's Biz. And I appreciate that. More super chats, please. Let me check the regular chat. Chat. Graphics are cool. Graphics are awesome. Graphics are neat as fuck. What is wrong with this thing? Scroll down. There we go. Didn't Bernie try to change it from the inside? Bernie's made a lot of progress. Man, when you consider where the Democratic Party was just like 4 years ago, he has pushed that shit way to the left than it was. So, yeah, Bernie's made a huge, and will continue to make a huge change. Bernie's not going to give up. Bernie's not going to take his ball and go home. Bernie's not going to whine like a piss baby. Bernie is going to fucking pick himself up, dust himself off, and continue to kick ass and change things. Exactly what he's going to do. Not everything needs nuance. Oh, my goddamn shit. This is the real world. Everything is nuanced in the real world. Every fucking thing. That's why simple solutions are so popular. They're almost always wrong, but they're easy for people to understand and wrap their brains around, so they spread really easily, even though they're not true. Does it matter if people unfollow on Twitter? Do you make money from it? No, I don't make money from it, but it's a numbers game, and the more numbers you have, the more people are more likely to take you seriously. People are more likely to subscribe and listen to somebody that has 100,000 subscribers and more than somebody that has 6,000 subscribers, even if they're saying the exact same shit. It doesn't make any sense, but it's the kind of the herd mentality people have. So I'm trying to, build up my podcast and spread my message, so it helps me. Man, your audience is moronic. LOL. Are these sensible people are too scared to speak up? I haven't been reading the chat too much, but I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I did a poll, and 40% of my audience is Bernie or bust. They don't give a shit who they hurt. They've convinced themselves that in the long run, less people will be hurt by letting Trump stay in office for another 4 years, which in my opinion is just, like scientists have said, we don't have 4 more years. We don't have it. We don't have it. We don't have it. Do you people believe science or not? It really boils down to that. No, that's the answer though. A lot of you don't. A lot of you don't really give a shit. You're just being children, in my opinion. And so I guess I'll just be like unpopular, and you can all unsubscribe to me and go fucking hang out with the left-wing shitbags who are going to help Trump win again. Give them your money, whatever. Like, I kind of feel about it at this point like I felt about getting rid of the anti-SJWs. When I went against the anti-SJW group, I lost, 50,000 subscribers so far total, something like that. I've lost subscribers I've never had a subscriber gain, I don't think, in the last 4 years. Not a single day of subscriber gain on my channel in the last 4 years. And I'm okay with it. I feel like it's a purge. I feel like really if these are the people you are, if you really care that little bit about your fellow human beings, that I don't really need you. Like, I don't have to be popular. I don't have to be famous. If I can't make money doing this, I can go work at Walmart. I just have to live with myself. As long as I can do that, I'm going to be cool. That's all I really got to worry about. Does Dusty really think Joe Biden's climate change policy will save us? Do I think it will save us? No. I think it will help, right? It's better than not only not doing anything, but accelerating the problem. I think it's going to take a concerted effort by countries all over the globe, but we have to do our part too. You know, I have to do my part. I don't think me not eating meat is going to save all the animals from being hurt and cruelly treated. But I do know that every person has to do their part. And if all of us do it, if all of us do it a little bit together, what we do as a whole makes a big difference. And so, yes, we need our country to start taking it seriously, to actually believe in it, to implement policies. And will that alone save us? No, no one is saying that. You fucking moron. No one is saying that. How stupid are you? Fucking saying these bad faith arguments that you know nobody's saying. You know nobody is making these claims. Why is that bullshit even running out of your mouth? It's just so stupid. You can't be happy with yourself making bad faith arguments like this. We have to do something. We have to do our part. What the fuck is wrong with you people? It's just insane how stupid you are. It's hard to believe, really. Like, for a long time, like, I was like, yeah, I finally got an audience I'm not embarrassed of anymore. I've got rid of a lot of the reactionaries in my audience. I'm not embarrassed anymore, and I'm becoming embarrassed of you guys again. I feel like I don't have a place anymore because what you're saying is so stupid. It's so harmful. It's amazing that you can hold these thoughts in your head and think that you're right in any fucking way. Just idiots. All right. I wouldn't wish working Walmart on anyone. Yeah, but I'll do it. Like, I have all these animals I'm taking care of. I have 11 cats, 7 dogs. I have to take care of this shit. And I would do it because that's my responsibility. I will live up to my fucking responsibility and do whatever I have to do to make that happen. And if I can't do it by doing this show and speaking my truth, what I believe is true, speaking out for the issues that I believe in, then I will find another way to do it. I will never stop telling my truth. I will never stop speaking up for the things I believe in. I will never stop fighting for the causes that I think are important, regardless of what it cost me. And it's cost me a lot so far. A whole fucking lot. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. Hundreds of thousands of subscribers, no doubt about it. But I don't regret it because I can fucking sleep, man. That's all I really give a shit about is sleeping. At least burners don't vote shame. Are you out of your fucking mind? Burners don't vote shame. Oh my God. That has to be a fucking joke. Seriously, that's the stupidest thing I've ever fucking heard. All these people saying that they won't vote for Biden and making fun of people for thinking that voting for Biden is better. You don't think that's vote shaming? Good Lord, I can't believe that you're not a troll. Good God. So crazy. What's coming out of you motherfuckers' mouths are so crazy now. Alright, let's move on. Live scene, graphics. I love this new program. We're using Streamlabs OBS. I actually bought me a year-long subscription to the service so I can have these cool graphics for the next year. And I'm learning how to use them, so that's pretty cool. Yay! Hooray! That's slightly too loud. I probably need to lower the audio on that a little bit if I can figure out how to do that. So anyway, Joe Biden won in Florida. Told you guys that already. Projected to win Florida today, so it's looking more and more likely he is inevitably going to be the candidate. Don't kill the messenger. It's not over yet, but it's pretty much over. It's not my fault. Would you stop? Dude, would you fucking stop with the moving my camera, please? I have a cat down here knocking all my shit out of the fucking way. Let me readjust. That'll work. All right. So anyway, we're finally going to get into it now that we only have 30 minutes left. We're finally going to get into Joe Biden's policies. I've been screaming about this and talking about this, how much better he is than Trump. Not saying he's better than Bernie. Not saying that. But first of all, one of the main arguments people keep saying is, Dusty, It doesn't matter what these politicians promise. These politicians are liars. You really trust Joe Biden to do what he says he's going to do? You really trust him to fucking implement his global warming policies or any of this other shit? They don't ever do it, Dusty. This is the same exact shit the drunken peasants told me about Trump. Same exact shit. But like if you look it up historically, presidential candidates try to do the vast majority of the things they run on. 70%. 3 out of 4. Look it up. Now, they're not dictators. They can only do so much. They have to work with Congress to get laws passed. So there's only so much they can do, but they try. And the reason they try is very simple, because they want to get reelected. And if they don't try to do their campaign promises, they're less likely to get reelected. They get called out for it, so they actually try to do it. So yes, historically, presidential candidates try to implement the majority of the policies they run on. You don't have to believe it. Most people don't believe it. They've done studies. Most people don't believe that at all, even though it's true. That's the way a lot of these polls work. People don't believe the truth, but that's the way it is. Sorry, look it the fuck up. So let's look at it. Let's look at the policies Joe Biden has that are better. Kat, could you please stop rubbing against my microphone? Thank you. Stop doing that. All right, we're only going to look at a few of these things. Biden's immigration plan, far superior in every way than Trump. Think about all the immigrants that are going to be hurt if we do not pass more progressive policies. As president, Biden will forcefully pursue policies that safeguard our security, provide a fair and a just system that helps to grow and enhance our economy and to secure our cherished values. He will take urgent actions to undo Trump's damage and reclaim American values, modernize America's immigration system, welcome immigrants into our communities, reassert America's commitment to asylum seekers and refugees, tackle the root causes of irregular immigration, implement effective border screenings. He's going to do things like tackle the problems that are causing all these people to want to illegally come into our country. The reason so many of them are wanting to come to our country is because they want a better life for themselves. They're doing exactly the same thing that you would do if you were in their situation. And so he has policies that are going to try to improve living conditions in Central America to make it less likely that people want to escape and come over to this country. That is very important in itself right there. Immediate reversal of Trump's administration cool and sensitive policies that separate parents from their children at our border. You don't think that's important? You don't think that's worth fighting for, folks? You think that makes him the same as Trump? Think about the children in cages when you talk about letting Trump win again. In Trump's detrimental asylum policies and the mismanagement of the asylum system, which fuels violence and chaos at the border, surge humanitarian resources at the border and foster public-private initiatives in prolonged detention and reinvestment in a case management program, reverse Trump's public charge rule, end the so-called national emergency that siphons federal dollars from the Department of Defense to build a stupid-ass wall we don't need. A fucking medieval solution to a modern problem. Protect dreamers and their families. You think that's important, folks? You think it's important for the dreamers, for the people that have been in this country most of their lives, to be able to feel secure that ICE is not going to come and steal them in the middle of the night and take them away? You think it's okay to leave those people behind for another 4 years? I don't. Rescind the un-American travel and refugee bans, also referred to as Muslim ban. That's a good idea. Order an immediate review of temporary protective status, TPS, for vulnerable populations. Restore sensible enforcement priorities. Ensure that Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, and Customs and Border Protection, CBS, personally abide by professional standards and are held accountable for inhumane treatment. That'd be good. It'd be better if he abolished ICE. One thing that is true is that Obama actually deported more people than Trump did. That's also true. So hopefully Joe Biden will be better on those issues. Hopefully he'll walk the walk. Restore and defend the naturalization process of green card holders. Revitalize the task force in New America and boost the economy. Convene a regional meeting of leaders. All right, cats, you're fucking my shit up, dudes. So fun doing this show with 11 cats everywhere. Modernizing America's immigration system will be a huge step. There's plenty of room in this country, especially if you live in Mississippi. But the process is too long, too arduous, and accepts too many people. There's plenty of the American dream to go around. We can't afford 4 more years of these Trump policies. So anyway, his immigration policies are way better in every way than Trump's. So if you care about immigrants at all, if you care about, undocumented workers, do you? Or maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe these people don't matter to you. it seems like a privileged position to me. Oops, I closed that on accident. His plan for infrastructure. Plans on spending lots of money to revitalize our roads and switch over our infrastructure to more green forms of power. Would you guys please settle down for a fucking second? And he's also going to open up more opportunities for minorities. In this country still, black people have 10 times less inherited wealth. They have 10 times less money than white people due to institutionalized racism. Joe Biden is going to use infrastructure programs to try to tackle those problems. So do we care about that? Do we care about the minorities that are going to suffer for another 4 years under Trump's policies? Or do we care about that? Is that important to anybody out there? Jumpstart repair of our highways, roads, bridges, make America roads the world's safest. Would you please stop that? Sorry. This cat is determined to sit right on my microphone and scratch itself. No. Do not come over here and do that. And she's going to sit there and be cute as shit and try to paw at me. You're not helping. I'm trying to tell people why Joe Biden is better than Trump, and you're not helping. Invest in historically marginalized communities and bring everyone to the table for transportation planning. Pair new infrastructure investments with new training programs. Stabilize the Highway Trust Fund. Speed the transition to electric vehicles, which is very important. We need to do get off the, not only to help with global warming, but to also get off the oil standard, which only helps countries like Saudi Arabia and the Muslim oligarchs who have launched so much terrorism around the country. Launch a new generation of low-carbon truck shipping and aviation technologies. More rail, which would be a good idea. Not a good idea right now because of the coronavirus, but a good idea overall. More public transit would be a great idea once we get this coronavirus thing taken care of. Smart cities, encourage innovation and launch smarter cities. Aviations, make airports the best in the world. Freight. So, like, he's listing all these plans. I'm not going to read them all. Replace aging pipes and invest in water, which is what we desperately need all over the country, especially in places like Flint, Michigan, still without healthy water in certain areas of that. Bring broadband to every American household, something Trump should have done, but like he don't give a fuck. Invest $100 billion to modernize our national schools, which is a great idea. So much. So let's go ahead and skip ahead. He's going to encourage unions, which is exactly the opposite of what Trump does. Exactly what we need in this country. We need more power for the workers. We need more workers' rights. And one of his main policy strategies is to help strengthen unions, which is the opposite of what Trump does, right? Trump is there to collapse unions, to abolish unions every chance he gets. Do we care about that? Do we care about unionization? Is that better than what Trump's offering? Can we afford 4 more years of this not happening? Hold corporation executives personally accountable for interfering with organization efforts and violating other labor laws. Exactly what we need, folks. We need somebody to stand up to the fucking executives, billionaire class, who do everything they can to shut down the unions, right? Aggressively pursue employers who violate labor laws, participate in wage theft, or cheat on their taxes by intentionally misclassifying employees as independent contractors. I read earlier that there was a guy that's working for the Hyatt Hotel who basically was laid off and tried to go get unemployment. And he couldn't get unemployment because the Hyatt Hotel said he's not unemployed. He is just a 0-hour employee. He still works for us. He just has 0 hours. So he doesn't get any fucking unemployment. We have to punish motherfuckers like this. We cannot afford another 4 years of this. Ensure federal dollars do not flow to employers who engage in union bustings, activities, participate in wage theft, or violate labor laws. We need to hold these people accountable, start making examples out of them. Penalize companies that bargain in bad faith. So it's a whole thing about unions and empowering workers. Very important, in my opinion. The plan for campaign finance reform. This is one of the most important things. Have to get big money out of goddamn politics. Joe Biden wants to have where the campaigns are financed exclusively by the public sector. Get private money out of the election. And he wants to introduce a constitutional amendment to entirely eliminate private dollars from our federal elections. This is incredibly progressive, folks. Want to say he's the same as Trump? No, he's not. Enact legislation to provide voluntary matching public funds for federal candidates receiving small dollar donations. Keep foreign money out of our elections. Restrict super PACs. Increase transparency of election spending. And dark money groups require real-time disclosure. Ban corporate PAC contributions to candidates and prohibit lobbyists' contributions to those who they lobby. Reform funding for national party conventions. Close the federal contractor loophole. That's exactly how they're buying our elections. They've been doing it since politics were invented. This is so important. We don't elect these people. There's a reason they give millions of dollars to these politicians. They're buying them. They expect things in return. We have to stop this. It is better than Trump. Good God, folks. And it's long. You can go through and read all this stuff. I'm just reading the highlights of this stuff. But these are laid out plans. Pretty well flushed out ideas that you can go read for yourself if you so choose. The plan for education beyond high school. Now, he's not as good as Bernie. Not in any way as good as Bernie. He doesn't want free public education for all. But he does want to have free public 2-year education for all. Free 2-year degrees for anybody that wants that, which is a huge improvement over Trump. Would be an incredible boon to both our economy and to the poor who want to be educated further, but can absolutely not afford it or don't want to put themselves in debt to do it. Providing 2 years of community college or other high-quality training programs without debt for any hardworking individual looking to learn and improve their skills to keep up with the changing nature of work. It's a progressive position. It's not as progressive as Bernie's, folks. It's not communism. It's not socialism, but it is a progressive position considering what we have now. Compared to the status quo of what we have now, it is much more progressive. Creating a new grant program to assist community colleges and improve their student success, tackling the barriers that prevent students from completing their community college degree or training credentials, making $50 billion investment in work training, including community college business partnerships and apprenticeships, invest community college facilities and technology. I mean, he goes through and he lists exactly how he's going to do all this. You can go read it for yourself. I highly suggest you guys go read all this for yourself. I'm not going to sit here and read you everything that he says. Yes, I've gone through and read it myself, but I'm not going to read it all to you. At least educate yourself on it before you make the stupid claim that it doesn't matter if we leave Trump in office for another 4 years. That Biden is not going to be progressive on these issues. He is much more progressive on these issues. The Biden plan for climate change. Now, somebody else pointed out, Biden actually got an F from some organization, and he didn't really get an F. What this organization did is they went through Biden's plans, Bernie's plans, Warren's plans, and if they had let's say 5 ideas to tackle climate change on the state level, they gave them 5 points. And if they only mentioned 3 different ideas, they gave them 3 points. So they basically allotted 1 point for each idea, and Joe Biden has less ideas that he's released for this than Bernie or Warren, but he still has tons of ideas he's released for this, how he plans to combat climate change. Unlike our current president, who doesn't actually believe in climate change, who's done nothing but accelerate climate change, he actually believes it's real and he actually plans on tackling it. We don't have another 4 years to waste, according to scientists. Ensure the U.S. achieves 100% clean energy economy and reach net zero emissions no later than 2015. On day one, Biden will sign a series of new executive orders with unprecedented reach that will go well beyond the Obama-Biden administration platform and put us on the right track. And he will demand that Congress enact legislation in the first year of his presidency that will establish an enforcement mechanism that includes milestone targets no later than the end of the first term in 2025, make a historic investment in clean energy and climate research and innovation, incentivizes the rapid deployment of clean energy innovation across the economy, especially in communities most impacted by climate change. Build a stronger, more resilient nation. Rally the rest of the world to meet the threat of climate change. I'm going to say, do I think Biden is going to single-handedly cure climate change? No. I think we have to do our part, and we have to work in tandem with the rest of the world, and everybody does their part. But it starts with us fucking doing our part, right? Has to start somewhere. And it already starts, in other countries are doing way more than us anyway. Stand up to the abuse of powers by polluters who disproportionately harm communities of colors and low-income communities. Is it cool to stand up for these minority communities that are being harmed? More than, way more than rich white people, for sure. Is it important? Are these important issues? Or nah, it's cool. Let Trump have it for the 4 years, right? fulfill our obligation to workers and communities who powered our industrial revolution and subsequent decades of economic growth. And he goes into how he's going to use these policies to try to help minority groups. He's going to try to give them more contracts and lift blacks, Hispanics, minorities out of the poverty that has been caused by hundreds of years of oppression. It's better than Trump, folks. It's better than Trump. So you can read it. It's long. Biden's year one legislative agenda on climate change. Like, I'm not going to read it all to you, but go read it. There's lots of ideas here. I do think he's going to try to implement at least a good share of this, like they historically do. It's not the Green New Deal, but it's like way better than not having it. So, yeah, you should go read that, in my opinion. I'm about running out of time here, but Biden's plan for housing. Biden doesn't believe that you should have to pay more than 30% of your income on housing. So he's going to put forth plans to provide more low-income housing and more tax credits to make sure people don't have to spend more than 30% of their income on housing. Is that important? Is it important to help people right now with their housing crisis? Is that important? Or can we afford another 4 years of this not happening? Can we throw these people to the wolves for another 4 years in hopes that somebody in the future will do a better job? Or do we do something now for harm reduction? Do we stand up and still fight now? The choice is you guys, really. Affordable. Take no more than 30% of income so that they have money left over. Stable. Providing families with the consistency they need to maintain jobs. Ending redlining and other discriminatory and unfair practices in the housing market. Redlining is where they don't give loans to black people, where they devalue homes in black neighborhoods, like has happened here. That's how I was able to pick up this house for so cheap, because it's in a black neighborhood, and the property is just dirt cheap because they've been devalued. Protect tenants from eviction. Eliminate local and state housing regulations that perpetuate discrimination. Hold financial institutions accountable for discriminatory practices in the housing market. Strengthen and expand the Community Reinvestment Act to ensure that our nation's banks and non-bank financial services institutions are serving all the communities. Roll back Trump administration's policies. Gutting fair lending and fair housing protection for homeowners. Are these important to you guys? Restore the federal government power to enforce settlements against discriminatory lenders. Tackle racial bias that leads to homes in communities of color being assessed by appraisers below their fair value. That's what I talk about. I got this house. I talked about this before. This house is 3,600 square feet. 3,600. I paid $14,500 for it. I shit you not, folks. This is what's happening in black communities right now. They're undervaluing these houses so much that it's hugely adding to the poverty level of minorities. This stuff is important, folks. It's important. These issues are progressive. They're worth fighting for. They're worth standing up for. What are you doing? Everybody stop doing what you're doing, please. Stop it. Stop. You guys are making noise on my shit. I don't like that. All right, and the last thing I'm going to talk about is Biden's plans for LGBTQ. Can we afford another 4 years of Trump's policies? Demonizing, keeping them from serving the military. Is it okay to let these people continue to suffer for another 4 years, or do we stand up and do something about it now? Joe Biden believes that every human being should be treated with respect and dignity and be able to live without fear no matter who they are and who they love. During the Obama-Biden administration, the United States made historic strides towards LGBTQ plus equality. From the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell to Biden's historic declaration of support of marriage equality on Meet the Press in 2012 to the unprecedented advance in protection of LGBTQ. All right, dudes, don't fucking fight on me. He's going to protect LGBTQ plus people from discrimination, support LGBTQ youth, and it basically lays it all out. He's going to allow them to serve in the military again. Empower federal legislators to champion equality, protect from employment discrimination based on sexual orientation and gender, which Trump has basically rolled back a lot of these policies to make it much easier to follow and to fire and discriminate against people because their sexual orientation or being trans. Support transgender non-binary people in the workforce. Stop employment discrimination in the federal government. Reverse the transgender military ban. Is that important? Is that an important topic? Or do we want transgender people to still be fucked over for another 4 years? While we cry and piss and moan that Bernie didn't get the nomination. What's it going to be, folks? Reverse Department of Defense policies that perpetuate stigmatization of and discrimination against people living with HIV. Would you guys stop? Please stop. what you're doing. Please stop. That's reverberating through my microphones. Dude, stop, please. Go away. Go away. Stop. Always fun with 11 cats on this show. Anyway, support LGBTQ veterans. Support the freedom to build and protect families. So anyway, you need to go read this. You need to go read it. I'm running out of time. But the gist of it is, folks, Biden is not the same as Trump. His platform is more progressive in every goddamn way than Trump or anybody the Republicans are going to put forth. These things are worth fighting for. It is important not to let another 4 years go by. We cannot afford it. We have to fight and address these issues now. We can't take our ball and go home. We have to be adults. Should Bernie Sanders be the president? Yes. If this country was great, would he have got the nomination? Yes, he'd be president now. He would have beat Trump the first time. But it's not a great country. We have to work towards it still, and it's worth working towards. Instead of whining and pissing and moaning and giving up. Not me, us. Right? So anyway, I'm done talking about that for now. About out of time on the show, and I didn't cover all this stuff. I might have to do another show tomorrow. Holy shit, look at all the stuff I didn't cover. I didn't get through half of it tonight. Craziness. Craziness. All right, I'm going to say the rest of it for the next show. Finish off the show with a few palate cleansers. And here's how the quarantine is going. Quarantine day 6, and yep, sock puppet eating all the cars up. Waka 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 waka. That's pretty cute, Mr. Sock Puppet eating all the cars up. Last chance to get your super chats if you want to. How's self-quarantine going? This is how I feel. Trying to talk about Joe Biden while these cats are smacking on my microphone. This is what it's like to play tic-tac-toe with a cat. How you going to beat a cat at tic-tac-toe when a tie is literally called cat? But nope, you beat the cat, and what happens to you? Yep, that's what happens to you. Cat attacks you and bites you. There's my life right now. Always fun. And the Dad of the Year award. Here's an awesome costume. Wish this would have been my dad. My dad died of crack. Literally. But this is cool as shit, man. Got 2 little daughters, and get in. Ready to take off. Awesome. Love to see good dads out there. Definitely lots of them. They deserve the praise. And last up, Dancing Doggo. Look at these cute little motherfuckers just dancing away. God damn it. So stinking cute. So excited just to be a fucking live. And look, he wants to come in so bad. Oh, bring me in. I want to come in. East Coast, bring me in. Daddy, open the door. Is it dinner time yet? the little head shake it kills me. It's adorable. So anyway, I guess that's all I'm going to cover, folks. I'm either going to do another show tomorrow or the next day, probably. I guess I'm going to have to do a show every day this week. Depends on how the ratings are. How many people watch this show? Let's have a look. 262. That's down. That's not very high, folks. Only 262 peak concurrent. So if you guys enjoy the show, please consider telling people about the show. That's the only way the show is going to grow. It's not growing. It's shrinking. And I guess it's because I'm too big of a dickhead and I'm not saying the things that are going to make me popular, which sucks, but I'm going to keep saying it. So if you actually like the things I'm saying, please help Progressive Talk Live grow. And if you want to see me do more shows in the week, please help it to grow by sharing the videos and telling your friends about it. And liking the video right now helps. Leaving comments really helps because other people see your likes and they see your comments, and it helps the show to grow. So please leave a like, leave a comment, all that good shit. And guess I'll read the chatty chats before I end the show. Did I have any more super chats? Super chats! Ben Porter, Dusty is not even supporting Biden, just saying he's better than Trump. That's pretty obvious, and all you guys can do is dump on him. Biden is not good, but he is better than Trump, clearly. I mean, yeah, I've said it repeatedly. I've shit on Biden. I've said I don't like Biden. He is not a great candidate. He is just way better in every humanly possible way than Trump, and we can't afford another 4 years of Trump. Literally can't afford it. The climate can't afford it. We have to start taking action now. Everything I just mentioned. But you people can be part of the problem if you want to. Like, you can sulk and be piss babies if you want to. Like, fine. I'm not your dad. Do whatever you want. I'll call you out for it. You can unsubscribe. You can fuck off. You can take your Patreon and you can take your ball and you can go home. I'm not going to start saying what I believe, and this is what I believe, and I explain why I believe it. Thank you, Ben Porter. Faye, have you considered teaming up with other animal sanctuaries or maybe expanding and creating coalitions with atheists in other states? Nope, haven't considered that, but I will look into that, I guess, if other people are interested in that. Like, I don't run a shelter, I run a sanctuary, so we basically take the animals that are about to be put down and we give them forever homes ourselves. So we don't, like, adopt them out, we take care of them. So I'm not really sure how that would benefit from working with other people, but I'm open to it, for sure. Atari DC, $3. Gotta purge the socialists like Destiny did Dusty. Destiny purged me? Like Destiny did Dusty. I don't know what that means. I don't think Destiny purged me, did he? I don't even think I was part of Destiny's crew. There's no way Destiny could have purged me. So, cool. Django Fett, $3. Thank you, Django Fett. All right, that is all the super chats now. Thank you, everybody who supported the show tonight. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. And let me check the regular chat real quick before I end it in the just chat. I'm sure all you people are mad as fuck at me for telling you what I think. Not voting Joe, Dusty. Never Biden. Okay, cool. No, you're part of the problem then. I will continue to speak out against you. You can like it or lump it. Call us all babies ever chats like everyone else for using the boomer term. Maybe you should take your ball home, Dusty. Nope. I am going to continue to fight. I'm going to fight for what I believe in. I'm going to fight for progressive causes. I'm going to fight for my people who are out here living in poverty every fucking day and suffering. I'm going to fight them. I'm going to fight for them. And if I have to fight you for them, I will fight you for them. I will fight my own audience. I will tell you to fuck off. I will call you babies. This is what you guys sound like to me. It's not working. God damn it. You had one job. Anyway. Fuck Biden and the cheating DNC. Look at the exit poll. People Bernie is winning. If it wasn't for electronic voting machines. Okay, conspiracy theories. Not into the conspiracy theories. You guys have gone full-blown conspiracy, right? Like, I'm okay if you have evidence of it. But you need more evidence, just the exit polls. You need to actually show me that all these people are conspiring together and somehow nobody's talking. That just, it's Occam's razor, folks. The more intricate conspiracies get, the more people you have to bring into it, the less likely they are to be true. And you know how many people would have to be involved in such an intricate conspiracy to steal votes? And nobody's talking about it. You might as well think 9/11 is an inside job at this point. Like, you people have gone so fucking far off the deep end with this bullshit. You are basically the anti-SJWs now. You are basically the skeptics. This new left shitbag crew, you've turned into the skeptics. Like, I never thought I'd fucking see it, but I'm going to do exactly the same thing I did with the skeptics. I'm going to give you the middle finger, and I'm going to distance myself from you. So, look forward to that. No, you moderates putting up Biden and normalizing him is what is going to give us Trump again. Okay. Yes. You guys are going to shit on Biden and make sure Biden doesn't have a chance to beat Trump, and then you're going to blame us for giving you Trump. Sure. Okay, Chan. Amazing. Dusty's vision is literally the opposite of harm reduction. Supporting more corruption going forward is harm reduction. How? I just read you the fucking policies, dude. I just read you all the goddamn policies. What is wrong with you people? It's not important to you? What I just read you? None of that's important to you. Just, you're going to let Trump win again, and then it's magically, in 4 years, the DNC is going to change their opinion and be completely different and run your special candidate, and you're going to get your way so you don't have to whine and bitch and moan about it. That's what you think. It's just stupid. It's literally just ignorance. You guys are literally going to help Trump get elected again. You're going to do exactly what the skeptics did. And we know exactly how that turned out, folks. Wow, Dusty Rajo's the exit poll discrepancy because it hurts his feelings. Yes, it hurts my feelings so much that I require evidence for conspiracies. Solid evidence. Good Lord. Dusty, don't listen to them. You're right, and we know it. I listen. You guys can bitch at me all you want to. You can come on the show. You can make it a sport to come on here and bitch at me. And I will fucking fight back. We can fight about this. It's cool. I still got a lot of fucking fight in me, motherfuckers. I'm just goddamn getting started. I just turned 45 last week. I got another 45 years of this in me. So let's do it. Let's dance. I'm ready to go. It's us, not you, Dusty. I mean, it's not all of you. Some of you have the sense that God gave a goddamn... Oh, God, I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure Dusty wants the same controversy as Vosh. Okay. Well, if I wanted the same controversy as Vosh, I would be calling trans people that disagree with me mentally ill and saying they're subhuman and disregarding their opinions because of it. That is not, I don't want any kind of toxic attention. Now, if you guys want to debate policies, that's what I would love to do. I would love to talk about policies like mature adults, but you guys don't want to do that, really. You just want to talk bullshit and conspiracies. But do it. Talk it, and I will make fun of you, and I will continue to talk about the issues, and I will continue to talk about the policies, because that's actually what's important. Not your fucking made-up conspiracy theory bullshit. True Vosh has the same dumbass take. What is Vosh's dumbass take? Is Vosh for Biden? I haven't seen his take on that. But if he's for Biden over Trump, that's just the adult take. One more time, Dusty. What's all the Biden better than Trump? What's all the ways Biden is better than Trump? Okay, I just read it all to you, so you guys are just being stupid. I'll shit on Biden until Center taps out, but I'm sure as hell not voting for Trump over him. Yeah, that's fine. Like, if you want to shit on Biden until the primary is over, I get that. I'm with you. But if cooler heads don't prevail with you motherfuckers when it's actually time for the general election to come around and you help Trump to win, good God, I'm never going to stop hammering you. Like, you're all going to unsubscribe. It's going to be hilarious. Dusty believes in God? Yes, I definitely believe in God. Vosh said that? No, I didn't say Vosh said that. Oh, you talking about Vosh said that the trans people and the gay people that were disagreeing with him were mentally ill and they were subhuman? Yes, he did say that. I played that video. But he apologized for it. Oops. Vosh is Biden over Trump. Well, good. Vosh is sensible about a lot of things. I disagree with him on some things, but he's definitely sensible about some things, and that's one of them. So good to hear. I'll put it this way, Dusty. The actual adults in here know you're right. That's good. Here's the great thing. The vast majority of people that disagree with me are children who don't vote. So you don't really have any fucking power. You're just running your fucking mouths. It's awesome. So I can shit on you all day. And you can call me a boomer all day, but at least us boomers fucking vote. You young little whippersnappers. Clear Singing Ailey says, tmdsresearch.com. There's your proof. Look at the exit polls. How else can you verify electronic voting machines are right? Well, I mean, for one thing, people often don't tell the truth about who they're voting for, right? That happens a lot. People are embarrassed by their votes. That happened a lot with Trump. Look at the exit polls for fucking Trump. People were embarrassed as fuck to vote for Trump. Yet they voted for him in like gangbusters, right? Of course, he got a couple million less than Hillary, but they still lied their ass off, especially in like the national polling data when they would call people on the phone asking who they were voted for. People were embarrassed as fuck to admit they were voting for Trump, but sure enough, they did it. Dusty, you do realize that Biden told a room full of donors he will change nothing. So why should I believe his website again? Oh, right. I just explained to you. I literally went over the historical precedent that the vast majority of political candidates and presidential candidates try to implement about 70% of what they say they're going to do. I mean, this is the same shit. Like, I'm exhausted with it now. I've been telling you guys this for 5 years. This is the same stupid shit the drunken peasant said 5 years ago to try to defend Trump's presidency. You guys are saying the same shit. It's the same crew. The same low-level fucking shitbag crew. Like, it's ridiculous. You're just children. Okay. Adults are Biden over Trump. Yep, that's true. They are. Real progressives don't consider themselves Dan, you dumb doofus. I would think real progressives are the ones who are fighting for the most progressive policies that are likely to get implemented. I think real progressives wouldn't stay on the sideline and let Trump get elected again. Considering all the people that are going to be hard, I think real progressives would look at Biden's policies and see how much more progressive they are than the current status quo. And even if it's not exactly 100% what you want, even if it doesn't go far enough, you would support those issues for progress. And if you don't do that, I don't see how you can consider yourself a progressive. If you're not literally fighting and helping to implement the policies that are going to be more progressive, and you're instead helping to maintain the status quo, you're not really a progressive. You're a LARPer. You're fake. You're just doing it for show. But luckily, for all of us, you motherfuckers don't vote. So keep not voting, idiots. I'll vote. Me and all the other fucking boomers will vote. Me too. We should talk. Okay, we'll do, Faye. Appreciate that. And I guess that's going to be the end of the show, folks. Be sure to tell everybody about the show. If you like the show, I'm going to need your support because people are going to be unsubscribing from my Patreon in droves. Whoop, I just lost another one. Somebody else just dropped during the show. I just lost $5 in the show. It's going to be like that. Me trying to be an adult, be nuanced about all this, and help the poor that live around me is going to cost me money. That's what's going to happen when you tell the truth. So if you want to support the show, if you want to see me do more shows, please consider supporting me on Patreon, patreon.com/codcast. There's also ways in the description of the video that you can send me tips and help out the show. And as always, most of the money goes to these cute little motherfuckers. I need a certain amount of money to support my little animal family here that we rescue. This is Miss CC, named after Creationist Cat, and we do good work here. So $1 or $2 a month, whatever you guys can afford, much appreciated. Be sure to like the video. Be sure to leave comments. Be sure to go subscribe to the new channel. There is a link in the description of the video to the new channel. Help me out. Watch the show on that channel so we can build that channel up. I guess I'll be back tomorrow or the next day. We'll cover the rest of this shit. I don't know if anybody's going to show up. I know that I am repelling a large section of my audience, folks. I know it's happening. I know it's going to happen. I can't help it. I can't help it. I have to be able to sleep tonight. I have to be able to say what I believe is true. So whatever happens, happens, right? Nothing I can do about it. I got to be me. Love you guys so much. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow or the next day. As always, logic, love, and trans rights. Good night, everybody.